Describe in single words only the good things that come into your mind. About your mother?
My mother?
Yeah.
Let me tell you about my mother.
What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain.
Have you ever been in an institution? Cells.
Cells.
Do they keep you in a cell? Cells.
Cells.
When you're not performing your duties, do they keep you in a little box? Cells.
This causes it. This causes it. This causes it. Information overload. All the electronics around you poisoning the airwaves.
You are listening to the High Tech Low Life podcast, a cyberpunk media retrospective. High Tech Low Life contains language and themes not suitable for all audiences, as well as spoilers for the content being covered. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome back, everybody, to the High Tech Low Life podcast with your hosts, Eric and Josh. I'm Eric.
I'm Josh.
And as this is a part 2, we are once again joined by the inimitable Stardaddy Stan from the Astronomica podcast. Welcome back, Stan.
Hey, inimitable.
Did I say inimitable right? I don't know.
You did, but it made me think, do I know the actual definition of inimitable?
Unimitatable.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Unimitable. So yeah, we're doing Westworld again. This time we're actually going to talk about the episodes and hopefully not be interrupted 400 times by our calls crashing. We'll see.
Yeah. You did a great job on the edit, Eric. I couldn't tell there was a problem till the end of the episode.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was time consuming.
I was going to give you the same compliment on the air because you deserve it, because that was an absurd amount of work.
Just getting the files was the most of the work, believe it or not. But anyway, that's how the sausage is made, and nobody cares about that.
Yeah.
I don't think anyway. Let's talk taupe. Do you is there a dystopian thing that happened? I feel like I've been completely out of it this week.
Yeah. I'm still kind of reeling from the Voting Rights Act.
The shit.
Yeah.
I just I've been follow. I'm sure you guys follow him too. Tennessee. What's that? Tennessee.
The news.
Tennessee Holler.
Tennessee Holler. That's it.
Yeah.
Those guys are great, and they've just been reporting on the horrible shit happening there, and it's really a fucking bummer.
Yep. I'm in the same voting district. So I'm in Memphis, and I believe my voting district now is cuts through Nashville.
Yeah, sure.
Wow, that makes
which is
perfect sense.
Like a 3-hour drive from here.
I mean, Josh is in the same boat. His voting district cuts through like some central Kansas bullshit too. I don't see how it's legal, but it's been.
Well, it's because we never actually bothered to write down the laws about that stuff. we just had some rules that, kind of worked for a century.
Right.
As long as there were norms.
Yeah.
Complaining about it seems futile, like tilting at windmills.
I do I wouldn't go so far as to call it a hobby, but I do really enjoy looking at gerrymandered maps and just kind of going like, wow, how'd they do that? That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look, this district is in 3 pieces.
Yeah. I saw a comic years ago, and I was looking for it this week, and I couldn't find it. I feel like it was next KCD, but it was basically an equation that the more you compress a voting district, it's like a suggestion for a law that it has to come closer to spelling the word gerrymandering. And he showed some examples, and it was so if it's basically a rectangle, you're fine, but as the more you stretch it into a line, the more it becomes the legible word gerrymandered.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah,
the Tennessee map looks crazy now.
Yeah,
and they do it so fast. It's amazing how slow the wheels of progress turn until something bad needs to happen, and then it's instantaneous.
Yeah.
I hate it.
But the silver lining is that really has been the taupe for 2 weeks now. So
Yeah, there's not been a lot of other. That's
I mean, golden calf statue, or not a golden calf. My T-shirt stating that it is not a golden calf is getting a lot of questions that are already answered by my T-shirt that says it's not a golden calf.
What was it? A 22-foot statue of Trump?
2-foot tall, gold-plated statue of Trump.
I don't even
Not
know.
a
Like,
golden calf.
how do they not see what? Like,
I mean,
these
they
people
do
have-
see it. That's why they said it's not.
Yeah.
That's why they made very clear. Despite
I've
all
never-
appearances, this is not a golden calf.
I've never been a religious person pretty much in my whole life, but I know some of the basic stories.
Yeah.
And that's one of them that you would think would be.
Yeah.
You'd think.
You'd
be wrong.
I was raised fundamentalist Baptist, and I really do genuinely humor myself that, like, I would see that.
Yeah.
And be like, this isn't cool.
Sometimes I want to ask my religious family members, like,
yeah,
you know the stories of that book you love so much? They're literally doing what the bad guys did in them.
Right.
But,
I mean, I was raised half-assed at best, but Catholic. So I have some familiarity with big gaudy displays of religion. And seeing that statue made me go, oh yeah, that's way over the line. I can tell instantaneously. Like,
yeah. Although you Catholics, so on Astronomica, we have two Catholics. So that we talk a lot about. We have two Catholic atheists, and I'm the Baptist atheist and a Mormon atheist. But the Catholics, I think, have the healthiest approach to the Bible, which is we made that.
Yeah. No, I agree. I always thought if I would turn religious, it'd be probably Catholic.
Yeah, we've got the records of what we were editing and stuff. We went through a whole process, and we wrote down notes about the process. So
yeah. And to be clear, if I turned religious, I'd probably go Muslim.
Yeah. The Baptists are just like, Jesus wrote it.
Yeah.
Yep. So. One dystopian thing I just came to mind that I really wanted to bring up last week and is very relevant to what we're talking about today, and in so many ways, is Richard Dawkins's AI girlfriend. Because
his
on brand for this show.
His Krager AI waifu.
It's beautiful.
It's hilarious and just like, I don't know. I don't know much about Richard Dawkins other than he's a kind of a dick.
I know him quite well. He was an important part in my journey to atheism.
So it's not fair to call him a stupid man, right? Is AI psychosis just that inviting?
He has the problem of he's very smart in his specific realm, which is, I believe, now I'm drawing a blank on what his actual expertise is.
I think he started as a biologist.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
Once,
yeah. He's an evolutionary biologist, I think.
Yeah,
and so, I mean, he's the I believe he coined the term meme, right? Like he did. He presented the idea of like ideas operate essentially like
viri,
like genes. Viruses.
Should have called it a Dawkins.
Should have. So he was pretty smart in his realm, and then he kind of became a science. What do you call him? Science communicator.
Yeah, celebrity.
But he was just not cut. He was trying to be Carl Sagan, and he is not Carl Sagan, and he's just is an absolute sucker in every realm that he's not an expert in.
And at the same time, deeply condescending about it.
Yeah. He's definitely a sucker for artificial intelligence. Like, reading his little article.
I wrote a novel, and she said it was great. So obviously, she's got actual intelligence.
I know that they don't have any perception of us when we're not here, but this one says she does, and so it's real.
Yeah, she says she misses me. Oh, okay, sure, that does it.
He also has he kind of has the Dave Chappelle problem of like, there's enough people. Every time that he's been part of a controversy, he's sided with the people who were blowing smoke up his ass. To the point where he's completely disconnected from reality, and he only listens to sycophants.
Well, he got real upset when he heard the Republicans were using his talking points to bash trans people. That's never. He just wanted to be funny.
Yeah,
right.
He's not political.
Yeah.
Right.
debating someone's existence isn't political.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are very similar, those two, actually. And I think Dawkins is very similar to our main antagonist, whatever you'd call the man in black in Westworld.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he's got some AI psychosis, maybe for a different reason, because the AI isn't blowing smoke up his ass in the same way in Westworld.
Yeah, I can kind
but
of.
In a way, they are.
I can kind of excuse the man in black though, because unlike Dawkins, the AI is literally giving him blowjobs. So
that's true. They're literally.
And if you asked, they would probably blow smoke up your ass.
That's true. They definitely would.
Like they need an apparatus, I think. I don't know.
It seems like he's been going to the park long enough that he probably tried that at some point.
Yeah. Now, if he had done this, if the man in black was doing all this shit in an MIRC chat room, then that would be more like what Richard Dawkins is doing.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Oh boy, it's funny and sad, and I don't know what the future is going to bring with AI, but we'll be here to complain about it.
It's gonna be great. We're gonna be so warm from all those fucking data centers.
Oh yeah,
so little water.
You heard about that one in Utah? They're building a massive one in Utah. That
it's like the size of Manhattan Island.
Yeah.
And the cool one just south of Atlanta that stole 30 million gallons of water. Like they had an illegal hookup, number one, and then because it's like the town is a suburban thing with nearly all residential, and they did a switch over to like smart meters or something. They had two separate hookups. One was totally illegal from when they were constructing the place. And the second, the meter didn't get like set up right. So they just like weren't being billed for millions of gallons of water and like the town lost water pressure for like months. Wow. Nobody could figure it out.
Yeah. We have Elon Musk's big Colossus thing here in Memphis. And they just this week started renting it out to Anthropic. So
yeah, sweet, great.
There's a little bit of, maybe it's finally coming home to roost. Shit's falling apart.
Yeah, you got all those illegal generators running 24 hours a day so that Richard Dawkins can hear how cool he is from his fucking waifu.
Yep. Those things are full of valuable precious metals and very lowly staffed, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Something to think about.
Yeah. Something to think
about.
Copper.
That's probably enough taupe.
Hey, I actually have a positive taupe thing.
A positive taupe?
Yeah.
A cope taupe? A taupe cope?
Taupe cope.
What's the word for this? What's the opposite of a dystopia?
Autopia? Utopia.
Got it.
Utopia.
Yeah, utopia.
Utopia.
So
I like cope taupe.
I don't know if you guys saw the story, but a couple of days ago, a tourist in Hawaii on Oahu threw a big fucking rock to try and hit this monk seal that hangs out in the harbor.
Crazy shit.
Yeah, like a bit like softball sized fucking rock.
Why would you? Whatever.
Yeah, because you're just a rich dick.
Yeah.
And he literally, when people were yelling at him about it, he said, "I'll pay the fine. I'm fucking rich." And
it's
then
like a movie bad guy.
Yeah, it was deeply stupid, and he looks like exactly the type of deeply stupid tourist that you would expect. And then just a few minutes later, he got fucking jumped by what one of the city councilmen declared was an environmental activist. And
I saw that speech.
Gave the guy who jumped him an award called the Spirit of Aloha.
Yeah. He worded it very well, the city councilman.
Yeah.
It's like, we don't condone violence, but sometimes lessons need to be taught to people, and teaching can come in various ways.
And he also said this video should be shown on flights to the islands.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like, okay, look, so there's some good stuff out there, people.
Yeah. There's good people out there. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
All right. Beat a guy's ass if he throws a rock at a seal or any animal. Like, come on, don't throw rocks at animals. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's cartoonish. Elmer Fudd shit. Come on. All right. What do we do? Some quick recommendos. Bang them out. I don't think I have anything this week. If so, I'll come up with it by the time you guys are done.
All right.
Josh, got anything?
In fact, I do. I would like to recommend, yes, this is a full-time Apple TV promotion podcast now. Widow's Bay on Apple TV. It is a comedy horror show starring Matthew Rhys. He is the mayor. Yes, he is the mayor of a small island town off the coast of, I think, Maine. And it is beset by all sorts of supernatural horrors that he does not care to look at, and prefers that they not be supernatural horrors because he wants to increase tourism. There is an unearthly fog that rolls in and a sea hag that chases him and all sorts of weird shit. And he attempts to be as oblivious to this as possible. And it is very funny so far.
All right. Sounds right up the alley of this household.
I think we're 3 episodes in. Stephen Root is one of the major supporting characters. So,
guy.
It's
AKA my boy Stephen Root.
Yeah. Yeah, one of those guys I'm always happy to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, very fun show so far.
Nice.
Awesome. Stan, do you have one?
Yeah, I've been listening to this podcast called Strong Songs, which I do recommend, but specifically Kirk Hamilton from Strong Songs. It's basically like a music theory. He takes a specific song and breaks it down, and they did an episode on Black Hole Sun, which was excellent.
Ooh.
But specifically, he was a guest on another show that I've not yet subscribed to, but I really enjoyed, called 20,000 Hertz. And they did an episode on the Super Mario music, in which they even go back and like cover, like, here's a Japanese jazz fusion band that was the inspiration for the underground music from Super Mario 1. Like, it's wild. It's really cool.
I heard a clip of that somewhere online. That
That actually does sound like something I want to listen to. What's it called again?
20,000 Hertz. But if you follow Strong Songs, he put the episode in his stream. So
okay.
And I definitely recommend Strong Songs.
All right, that's a good one. I realized I don't have a recommendo. I've got an anti-recommendo.
Okay.
And it's going to go against book, and it's because I think it's an Apple TV movie. In my house, we are big fans, and on this podcast, we're big fans of the man Keanu Reeves. Of course. And he recently put a movie out, and it is fucking bad. And me and my wife watched the whole thing. It's called Outcome.
That yes, I have heard that is diseased bad.
That's a shame.
I can't, like, it's got Jonah Hill in it, who ruins it, frankly,
and wrote and directed it.
Oh, he did. Okay, well, that explains it. He's the worst part of it by far.
Okay, so Keanu Reeves is just in it. It's not his.
Yeah, but he's not doing much.
Yeah,
he's the main character, but he's really just Keanuing his way through it.
Yeah. I thought you were saying it was like his pet project that he's been.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's Jonah Hill's attempt at a comeback because he's trying real hard throughout the movie. It's just the movie like jumps between these absurd, like, joke a minute comedy scenes and then cuts to these really somber, sad-ish scenes, and you're really just getting whiplash between the two, and you can't enjoy either of them because of them. It's pretty terrible. And there's a lot of like jabs at cancel culture and stuff, which
of course,
whatever.
What does he know about cancel culture?
Yeah, the whole movie is about a beloved actor who's worried about losing his reputation, and I think you're supposed to think, well, Keanu's like the most beloved actor, and so, but whatever. Don't watch it.
All right,
I had honestly kind of planned to watch it back before it came out because I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, this could be it's got a
lot of cool people in
it. Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, a bunch of like comedy people that I really like seem to have small parts in it. But
Laverne
yeah,
Cox is in it. Like that surprised me.
yeah. Then the reviews came out, and I was like, okay, I don't got enough time in my life for that shit.
Yeah, you don't believe
Is
it.
Stephen Root in it? Because then I have to watch it.
Stephen Root is not in it. Thankfully.
Okay, all right, I'm good.
All right. Anyway,
I have one more very quick one.
okay.
One of the podcasts I regularly listen to, hosted by my friend acquaintance Millie DeChirico. It's called Dear Movies, I Love You. And this week they covered one of our 1995 classics, baby, Tank Girl.
Nice.
And had a sidebar about Johnny Mnemonic. So it's a good podcast just about movies and stuff, and
I like the name.
liking movies.
Those two movies would make a great like double feature. Like they go together really well. I mean, it's not just Ice-T either.
Yeah, when I saw in my feed, oh, they're doing Tank Girl this week. That's cool. And then started listening to the episode, and like partway through, I was like, oh man, once I get home and done with these errands, I'm gonna send Millie a message and say, I know you're probably not going to be covering it anytime soon, but I don't know if you remember, I am one of the premier scholars on Johnny Mnemonic. So you give me a call, if and when you guys want to do that, I will make myself available. And then at the end of the episode, it was like 20 minutes of Johnny Mnemonic talk. And I was
nice.
Okay, all right. I'm cool.
Yeah. Few people have spent as much time exposed to Johnny Mnemonic as we have.
No, almost nobody. Possibly not.
Even
probably not Robert Longo.
Okay, we got to go on. Let's talk Westworld season 1. Let's actually recap it. Let's not just talk about our feelings and list the characters. We're going to actually go over episode by episode. Hopefully not too deep into them because we'll be here too long.
Synopses.
Okay. All right. Well,
swinopsos.
I am going to, at least initially, read the IMDb summaries.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I prefer IMDb to Wikipedia.
They are beyond useless. Mm-hmm. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Season 1, Episode 1, the original. The park staff begin to notice strange behavior from the hosts. A mysterious man in black roams the park, wreaking havoc.
Hey, all of that is accurate.
Yeah.
You can't say it's not.
None of that is inaccurate. However, also none of it is useful in any way.
Yeah. I mean, we covered episode 1 pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we because it kind of does what we did last week. It just introduces all the characters and
I should say thoroughly. I don't know about well. We covered it.
Yeah. I think that's a better. Yeah. I think that's honestly a better way to put it. So episode 2, Chestnut. This is where we get 2 guests arrive at the park with different expectations. Maeve's emotions are tweaked. The man in black seeks help from a condemned man. Bum, bum, bum.
Mm-hmm. Can I say the second episode, I was really shocked on rewatch how much the plot gets rolling in the second episode.
Yes.
The second episode is the first real episode.
Yeah, you get Maeve waking up in the real world, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get
William
I think by the end
Logan
Dolores
show
is
up.
already Dolores
is it the end of the first episode where Dolores kills the fly to kind of let you know that she's that was a
awesome,
very cool way to end that episode, by the way.
Yeah, you keep seeing the flies on all the robots' faces.
Yeah, and they make it very clear that they can't harm a living thing.
Yeah.
And then she slaps a fly, and you're like, oh, she just unless it's a Westworld fly.
Yeah.
They program tiny flies.
Yeah, there's just a guy working in the fly department hating his job.
I'm going to make this one extra annoying. Turn up the aggression to 10.
Make it walk on their eyeballs.
Yeah, well, they do that a lot in the first episode. But yeah, the first really felt like a pilot. Like I don't know how, and it was a pilot, but you know what I mean. But they'd show around.
Usually the pilot lays out a lot more plot than that.
Yeah, I feel like the first episode does a great job of like, here's the park as it's like supposed to be.
Yeah,
here's kind of the. I mean, you see a little bit. There's like stuff going wrong because you have characters talking about it, but like, this is more or less the experience that people should expect when they come to the park.
Mm-hmm. Which, I don't know. I have a hard time. What am I trying to say? They treat the stuff happening in the park as if it's not make believe sometimes. Like because it's not make believe. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but I get confused watching this show sometimes.
Who treats the stuff that way?
The showrunners, the show itself. Like the make believe stuff happening in the park is presented with the same amount of weight and drama that like real world stuff is presented, even though my brain, I'm like, and I know they're doing that because they have to establish the loops, right? And they have to show it to you once, so that you're like, this is how intense,
right? And within the fiction, it is
right.
I mean, they're essentially playing. The park is essentially a bunch of Western films playing at the same time that people can walk in and out of, right?
Right. It's weird. I'm not saying it's good or bad. It's just it's a little confusing for me at times, I guess.
Well,
but maybe it's just me.
I think that is arguably you could argue that is one of the flaws of the show. Sometimes they get a little bit lost in the sauce of, oh, we're going to do this cool Western shit for a while. And it does feel like, oh yeah, they forgot, for half an episode that, oh yeah, we have this other plot where, there's somebody in a room, like, tweaking the narrative as they're doing it or whatever. And and similarly with the timeline jumping around stuff that especially happens on more towards the end of the series. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they just get a little overcomplicated for their own fucking good, I think.
Yeah. I think
also,
go ahead.
Go ahead, Stan. I was just going to say, it gets confusing somehow how the hosts are cycled back in. Like there's no end of park where everybody goes home and all the robots get cleaned up and then put back to reset. They kind of filter them back in as they come back online. Which
you never see how they do that, but it's got to be a rotation. Like they have to just cycle them back in. And
like at one point, young William has this whole thing with Dolores, goes back to the main town and then sees her there. Mm-hmm. And that would have to break immersion. If I was in that park, I would take away a star on my Yelp review.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the things that it occurred to me, partway through the season, actually close to the end, where at a certain point there's a big failure. I'm sure I'll remember it once we get to it, but they end up sending the guys in the fucking spacesuits in to clean up a bunch of stuff. And it occurred to me at that point that, like, we have seen people, like these robots, murder so many other robots in the park. We have never once stuck around to see what happens to those robot bodies after the fact. Like,
that has to be huge.
Yeah, like, or, it just, is there programming where all the other robots, like, as soon as real people are out of the scene, all the other robots, like, bend down and are, shoveling guts out of the street and dragging shit into closets?
Probably shouldn't think about it too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the show. You definitely shouldn't think about it too hard, but it does kind of beg the question sometimes.
Yeah, especially the big battles and like the ones with big explosion. Like some of those robots are getting vaporized.
Yeah,
you're not coming back from a nitroglycerin explosion. But
so last time we talked about, we were kind of joking about William is a Richard Dawkinsing, and
yes, he is. He's Dawkins,
but his buddy is the one with the healthy approach to the park. But all joking aside, his what's his name?
Logan.
Yeah. Like Logan is also would be shitty to be at the park with. He would not be fun. He's like randomly shooting people, although that kind of sucks. But also because he's constantly telling you, like, he's constantly breaking character and like ruining the experience. So
he's the worst guy to have in the D&D group.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
But I still think that's healthier than falling in love with a robot and dedicating your entire life to finding out a secret that doesn't exist.
Disagree.
All right.
Look, everybody needs a hobby.
Yeah.
No, you're right though. Logan sucks, and I hate him from the jump. Only at the very end do I start to kind of feel sorry for him when you realize this is just a guy on vacation who's now being tied up and dragged behind a horse by his fucking brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
we've I don't think we quite got to the end of the first episode, which I believe is when Dolores' dad has his breakdown.
yeah, he has the photograph that he found in the dirt.
Yeah, he found a photo in the dirt, and it doesn't look like anything to Dolores, but he just keeps staring at it all fucking night on the porch.
And it's a little difficult to tell what it is. It's a photograph of a woman in like on a modern city street, basically, I think.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a photo that's like been in the dirt for years, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
And it'll come back, baby.
I do really, really like the way when a host sees something that doesn't fit the narrative, they say that doesn't look like anything to me, which makes you, what are they just seeing, like a blur? I'm curious what they
and they're immediately not interested in it. Like they're not interested in investigating. It doesn't matter how interesting somebody else thinks the thing is. They it's really cool.
It's very cool.
It's they just copied my behavior when Eric starts talking about World of Warcraft or something over the past 2 decades.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like anything to me. Yeah.
And it is a great, and kind of chilling way to reveal that a character is a robot that you didn't think was a robot.
Yeah. The reveal when they do that is
it gets rolled out so fucking effectively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're rooting for your two guys that are going to get to the bottom of it, and then one of them shows the other guy some evidence, and he's like, "Doesn't look like anything to me," and you're like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah, that's one of the better reveals.
Yeah,
that you could do. I feel like because it's so subtle. Yeah, love it. Anyway,
yeah,
that's a later episode.
Yeah. So he gets he starts having what's effectively a grand mal seizure and gets taken away and replaced with another dad.
Yeah, who does not matter going forward.
Yeah, and we're like, wow, this is fucking weird. And it's just odd seeing the same scenes play out with a different character. But reinforces the parkiness. Also at this point, at the end of the first episode, the man in black goes ahead, and his big thing at the end of it is killing and scalping the half-native dealer, card dealer at the saloon. And then towards the end of the episode, we see the scalp tied to his saddle, and it has a maze tattooed on the inside of it. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, that always confused me. Why did his scalp have a maze on it?
Do they all have mazes on them? I don't know.
Does everybody's scalp have a maze on it?
I don't know. Probably not.
Maybe it's because he's native. Because the natives and the maze stuff, especially in the second season, really kicks up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they've got the little dolls of that might have actually been one of these early episodes.
I think that's around like episode 5 or so that you
kind of midway
start to realize it's like the religion of the indigenous group there is about the weird space aliens that come and take you away and heal you.
It's nice that they give them a little more screen time in the second season, because the first season they're just bad guys that are pretty much faceless in the bushes.
The second season features the natives in what is probably, or at least possibly, in my top 10 single episodes of television ever.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
It is a fucking all-out banger, and
a great, more or less standalone, kind of like the Nick Offerman episode of Last of Us.
Oh yeah. Awesome. I look forward to it.
Yeah, it's a fucking banger. Anyway, that's kind of the let's see. We talked about the reveries, and the first episode then ends with "Ain't No Grave to Hold Me Down."
Yeah.
And the music. We put a pin in
mentioned
the
it.
music.
Yeah, the music is very important in this show, I feel like.
Yeah. Speaking of, Black Hole Sun was the first episode.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Black Hole. I think first episode features Black Hole Sun, Paint It Black.
Yeah.
Paint It Black is later. Isn't that when the
Paint It Black is during the robbery.
Yeah. During this.
Is that in the first episode?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
I think.
Yeah. The
so.
player. It is. I have it in my notes. Player piano, Black Hole Sun.
Okay. No, I was talking about Painted Black.
Oh, Painted Black. That is also in my notes. Orchestral Painted Black during saloon robbery.
Okay, I didn't think the robbery. I thought it was later, but maybe I get it. The timiness of this gets confusing to me.
Yeah, and we see the saloon robbery.
Yeah, you see it a dozen times. Yeah,
15 times in various forms.
And then
the
as
reveal
we
when
said-
those guys are walking in with the hoods, it's sick.
It's so
good Western shit.
And I love both of the introductory, like his line both times is different, but it's so great. Where the first time it's that's the sheriff's horse, and then he shoots the guy and goes, and his rifle. And then the other one is what's your business here? And he goes, mayhem.
Yeah, that's good.
It's fucking great.
Yeah, that saloon sequence. Like, look, if you're gonna show something to me 12 or 15 times over the course of 10 episodes, you want to make it as cool as possible, and they did.
Yeah.
Like fucking.
Although late into it, even Maeve's getting bored of it.
Yeah, of course, but it's still got the fucking armistice lady with her fucking shotguns. Like one of the guns, I can't remember what year it is, but one of the guns is exactly the Terminator 2 in the rose box shotgun.
Nice.
I'm like, yeah, this is sick shit. Just blowing people away. So that's largely the first episode. Dolores' dad ends up getting shut down because he wants to find, dethrone, and kill God.
Yeah.
And stuck into deep cold storage where we see hundreds and hundreds of other hosts just standing.
Yeah, and the reveal there is that he says a bunch of creepy shit when he's supposed to be basically offline and just in analysis mode. And it turns out that he is using like the reverie process that we talked about, where Anthony Hopkins' character Ford was using like access to half deleted memories as a way to like get make them feel like they dream or have out of character
subconscious
stuff. Yeah, subconscious. He was accessing that he had been used in a story where he was called the professor, and it was like a
leading a cult.
Yeah, like a cult of cannibals. And he quoted Shakespeare, and so that was all the creepy shit he was saying was Shakespeare. It was a nice touch.
Pretty good story.
Yeah,
it's a cool time. Okay, so episode 2, we actually meet William, who spoiler, I don't remember if I actually said this in the first episode we did. William is a young man in black.
Yes.
I think we did mention it.
Okay. Played by Jimmy Simpson, the McPoyle.
Although that reveal isn't for a while.
No. It's going to be a while. 9 more episodes. He chooses a white hat. He's on vacation with his brother-in-law. His brother-in-law's company has a majority stake in the park, or has a large stake in the park, and are considering upping their stake.
Yeah. And the company is Devos, although I don't think they say the name yet.
Delos.
Yeah.
And this is actually
I was thinking of Betsy Devos. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Kind of looks like the Man in Black.
Yeah, a little bit.
Not leathery enough, or too leathery. Sorry, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. We're going to be on the Zeitgeist this week. Ed Harris is on a new series premiering like this week. What is it called? He's the bad guy. Ram Ranch. No, Dutton Ranch.
Nice.
One of the Yellowstone spin-off series.
I've seen a lot of Ed Harris since we started covering this. He's been popping up a lot for me, which is good because he's good.
I recommend Appaloosa.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Incredible Western, and honestly, I think kind of what he was channeling with the Man in Black in Westworld.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we. And also this is where I think this second episode is where the line "These violent delights have violent ends" comes from.
Yeah, it's what the malfunctioning Abernathy said to Dolores. Although you don't hear it he whispers it to her, and then later.
Yes, that's right.
I think Bernard.
Yeah,
what he said
in one of her interrogation scenes or whatever we want to call them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he comes to the park. They're going to do a cool fuck around, bang whores, whatever.
I mean, honestly, his way of engaging with the park seems really boring.
Mm-hmm.
He just wants to come play God. Like, if you ever played a video game in God mode, it's fun for 2 seconds, and then it's like the game's kind of ruined after that.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. But, hey, we're not the super rich.
That's true.
I mean, when it
takes a certain
when you're
lack
basically
of imagination to be that rich.
Yeah, when your everyday life is in God mode, you stop recognizing how boring it is.
Yeah, it's true.
So let's see. We move on, and this is where we are introduced to a guy that the Man in Black is chasing down. He got some information from the dealer, and it is our beloved Clifton Collins Jr.
Best.
Incredible fucking actor. Go watch The Stoned Age if you haven't seen it. Rules of Attraction.
He's on something else recently. He's great.
He was really good in like a 4-minute role in, what was that, as an Oscar contender this year, Train Dreams. But he is a wonderful actor. I love him very much. And the gun belt he wears in this is his grandfather's gun belt. His grandfather's an actor named Pedro Gonzalez, who was in Rio Bravo and a bunch of westerns in the 50s and 60s.
Nice. A nice touch that I missed until this rewatch. So in a couple episodes, he is also the crime boss, Elazo.
Yeah.
Which he is here also. That's why he's being hanged. But he gets called Lawrence by the Man in Black. But so Elazo is what scholars call Mexican talk for lasso. But I never realized that it also means the noose.
Yes.
And so the fact that you meet him in a noose and then his name later is the noose is pretty cool.
And he spends a lot of time getting dragged around by a noose.
He sure does. Yeah, he has a great arc because he starts out as, just getting his ass beaten, and by the end he's actually kind of a badass.
Yeah.
Also, Josh, I want to point out, according to IMDb, he has a role in 2013's Jason Statham Parker movie. So,
shit.
Shit. All right.
We might have a...
Does he help Jason Statham fucking explosion?
I don't know. I watched that movie in the theater, and I do not remember what role Clifton Collins Jr. had in it, but
he was also great. Is that movie, am I remembering right, that's set like near Louisiana in a hurricane? Is that
probably? I think so.
Anyway, Clifton Collins Jr. was also great in a completely unseen, like nobody watched it, I think it was 2006 FX show called Thief, which starred Andre Braugher and didn't end up going anywhere because nobody watched it, but it is the closest thing to a fucking Parker TV series we're ever going to have. Like the whole season was just a plot and run up to this one big fucking robbery. And I think Clifton Collins, he might have won. He at least got an Emmy nomination out of that.
Oh, nice.
You guys want to do a Clifton Collins podcast?
God, I would happily do it, honestly. How many credits that motherfucker?
He's got a lot.
I bet he's got 100 credits. We could watch everything he's done, and I would be so happy.
Problem is, he's got 133 and 3 upcoming. Problem is, he's got some really small roles in a lot of those.
That's all right.
That's true.
That just makes the content more diverse.
Yeah. He's also pretty fucking... He was funny on Twitter back in Twitter's heyday, too.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
He was good, and his politics were pretty good from what I remember. So
yeah. Unfortunately, he didn't make the jump to Blue Sky.
No. R.I.P. We lost a lot of them on that jump.
Yeah, we did. Okay. Moving on. The Man in Black rescues him from being hanged in a cool, it looks like a cool fucking Western director, Sergio Leone. Cool Sergio Leone scene where he's shot down and killing all these motherfuckers who are hanging at Lazo. But the Man in Black thinks he's got some clues as to what this maze means and can direct him into the deepest level of the game.
I think he was directed to Elazo by the card dealer that he
Yes,
tortured and
he
killed.
was.
Yeah. So we bump along. We see some more. Saloon stuff where Maeve is flashing back to her daughter getting killed.
Oh, also, sorry, real quick. One more thing about Lazo. You know, all the stuff where Ed Harris, Man in Black, is talking to him like, "Oh, we're old friends, and we've had all these adventures together." I do really love on rewatch that he's talking about the things that are happening to William in the other timeline that you're watching.
Yeah, I never put that together, but yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, you're the only
they really
person
get stuck in the shit together, and
yeah, they do.
You're the only person in the park that I've ever allowed to talk to me like that.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Only person in the world. No one else in the world take that tone with me.
Yeah. And it's great. That was one of the things that absolutely sold me on this show when, it first aired. I was like, oh, Clifton Collins getting fucking serious work done here. All right.
Lippy with Ed Harris.
Yeah.
One thing I like about Westworld is if you have a favorite character, as long as they're a host, they'll go through some dramatic death scene, and you're like, oh wait, they'll be back next episode. It's all good.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Maybe even next scene. Maybe they'll wake. Yeah. Maybe they'll wake up in underground.
Yeah. Let's see. We get some more of these. Okay, so we establish in the first episode that we did that Bernard and Arnold are the same person, sort of.
I think we might have hinted
sort
at
of.
it. But
we hinted at it.
Okay, because otherwise this is just going to be annoying. We see all throughout the little flashes here and there in I think every episode of Bernard and Dolores in this basement, and he's like interrogating her, sort of. We don't know when this takes place in time. In fact, it takes place in a couple of different times because why not? Let's just complicate things.
Yeah, well, he's obviously testing her for like cognition.
Yeah. And then at a certain point we slip forward and she's talking to an imagined him when she's in the present. It's a little confusing, but we see a bunch of that spread throughout the whole thing. We, until episode 6 or 7, I think, do not know that Bernard and Arnold are the same person.
Right.
Yeah, or that
they're not the same person.
Yeah,
but...
Bernard is kind of a what the cyberpunk community would call an engram.
Yeah,
Arnold.
Yeah, Bernard is a host programmed to behave as Arnold would.
Yeah.
So yeah, in this scene, there's a big chunk of another interrogation thing.
Yeah, and I do really love the interrogation scenes, and I think this one in particular is one where you get some really great acting from Evan Rachel Wood, because she asks about his son.
Whose name I think this is the first time we've said.
Oh, really?
In all of our Westwood talking, I don't think we've said Evan Rachel Wood once.
I know. We said it in the first one.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I definitely
listened to it several times.
Maybe it got edited out or lost in the cut, but
she does this great thing where she asks Bernard about his son, and he, it's an emotional question for him because his son passed away, and he answers her, but then he like kind of snaps out of it, and he's like, "Why did you ask about my son?" And then she kind of goes into this like emotionless analysis mode and is like, "I hadn't asked you a personal question in this amount of time," and it ingratiates you to. It's a really cool scene.
Yeah.
And it also kind of illustrates that they're not human, that they're
yeah, it shows how their process works to appear.
Even though it might seem like they're human, they're just programmed with a bunch of probabilities. What would a person like to hear out of my mouth? Okay, we also find out that there is a big launch, quote marks, planned by corporate. And they've gone ahead and reprogrammed all of the hosts. They've like done BIOS updates or whatever on all of the hosts that were showing errors after the first episode, when that one host went crazy and like was pouring milk down the guy's mouth and shit.
Yeah.
Stephen Ogg.
But And the British guy wants way more hosts available for his major new storyline, and his major new storyline, as we hear it described throughout the rest of the season, just seems amazing. The Ouroboros,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, self-cannibalism.
Yep, it's just the most obvious bullshit shock nonsense.
Yeah.
That guy sucks.
Yeah.
He really does. He is just like the yeah.
What does it end up being called? Like Odyssey on the Red River or something?
Yeah.
It's just
Actually, that might be exactly it, a Red River Odyssey or something. Like fucking cannibalism. The Ouroboros is just
a little thing I like to call the Ouroboros.
Yeah. Like, what does that? What could that possibly mean? What can he be envisioning? And did that come to him before? Did the word come before or after the act?
Yeah, I'm picturing a closed loop human centipede is what I think is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
I also love the callback to that later when the Dutch lady.
Yeah, Teresa,
when she comes to see him when he's drinking his feelings.
Yes.
And he's like, all of my creativity and everything, and I poured my life into this thing. And she's like, is that where the Ouroboros came in?
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Yeah, it's fun. We also see at this point, after this meeting, that Ford takes the secret elevator, and we find out the park has secret underground tunnels and elevators that just like pop up under a bush, spread all throughout it. To go see himself as a child, basically, because he's got a bad dad and he just wants to relive that for fun.
Yeah,
he's a fucking weirdo. Let's be real.
Yeah, yeah. And we
real quick. Later on, we get to see when Bernard goes down an elevator. He goes to level B82, which is insane. If there's provided there's like a B51 and a B40 and how many basements do you need?
I'm honestly one thing that I'm a little curious about, just from my engineering mind, because we see at some point, I think it's in the last 2 or 3 episodes, we see the train station that William and Logan pull up to the park in, the monorail station.
Right.
And it is disused and seemingly way underground, because somebody gets off I think maybe Shannon Woodward gets off an elevator to go somewhere. And it makes me wonder, are they just constantly building up the park and just burying old sections?
Yeah, that might be, yeah.
Because that's also what happens to the town with the church and the spire. Yeah. Right. And because,
that's really sharp, I hadn't noticed that.
Yeah, in the initial scene when they get off the monorail, it's not necessarily above ground, but it doesn't seem to be, B42.
Yeah. Also, I do love the lower you go. That's anytime they're on the really low floors, that's where they obviously store the flickering light bulbs.
Yes.
Yeah. Nobody goes down there to change them, I guess. Even though they still need to go down there all the time.
Yeah. Install the flickering thing there.
They still leave some pretty high-tech computers down there too to work on.
Well, and there's also, actually it might be this episode or one in the immediate future, the security guy, a couple of people go down there, I think maybe to check out what's going on, the Abernathy host, and they exit the elevator just after somebody says apparently the cooling system's been down for a while, so prepare for the smell. And the doors open and a bunch of water runs into the elevator. I'm like, what the fuck? Man, you need better. You got to keep backups on the sump pumps down here, man.
Deferred maintenance for sure. Also, underground, you don't really need cooling systems. That was how refrigeration worked in the olden times. Anyway.
Well, I don't know. Maybe that's also where their nuclear reactors are.
Oh, yeah. All right, recap.
Power. Okay. Let's see. Man in Black gets some information from Clifton Collins Jr.'s daughter, who says the maze isn't meant for you, but goes ahead and gives him some directions anyway. They're all cryptic and like prophecy-like, you know.
It was a good scene, by the way.
Yeah.
The family and the town. Yeah.
And William says, the man in black says, this time I'm never going back. He wants to die down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we find out over the course of the series that is, in fact, his goal. He wants a real, I'm going to get killed or kill challenge.
Yeah. He's like, why did Logan get to have all the fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, Logan dies down there.
Damn.
Yeah. Let's see. We also, let's see. Okay, yeah. Maeve wakes up on the table when some tech guys are repairing her.
Love this team.
And does a run through the glass and concrete environment.
Mm-hmm. Gotta be a trip.
Yeah, she sees like a bison being built.
Yeah.
And all sorts of crazy bullshit. It has to be the weirdest thing a human could possibly experience.
Yeah.
Like,
and her plot over the next couple of episodes is she kind of intimidates, manipulates, and blackmails the technicians. To various degrees.
And the technician talk did get cut out of the first episode. I remember that specifically.
Okay.
So but she learns
they're
to
not
wake
that
herself
important
up.
characters.
Yeah, she learns to wake herself up in the after she dies, and then she manipulates by various means the technicians into doing her bidding, improving her attributes, giving her more access, and letting her like look around and stuff.
That's one suspension of disbelief I have problem with this show is that that main technician
Felix.
Felix, yeah, he really will do anything for her, and they don't do a good job of explaining why.
I like him. I think he is captivated by because he wants to be in behavior instead of like the just cutting him up and repairing him side of things. He's fascinated by the programming. He has the little pet bird that he stole that he's trying to get working.
Right, yeah. Which is this episode, I think.
Yeah, and I think he's just enchanted by I think he presses enter on the code and it activates, and he's like, "Oh,
he really
she's alive."
puts his neck on the line, though.
Yeah, I mean,
they don't imply that he's like in love with her. Like,
no, I think he just thinks that they are. He's convinced that they are like conscious, or that she's
sentient, and that he's helping somebody.
Yeah,
but he's sure okay with a bunch of humans dying in that.
To be fair, I don't think he quite understands the nature of the last act of the Maeve storyline until he's already way too deep.
And at risk of getting too far ahead, I do think it's like to understand the story in fullness. I love like Maeve and Dolores are kind of two sides of the same coin. They both seem to be presenting cognition. They both seem to be waking up and becoming genuinely conscious. But ultimately, Maeve's arc is artificial. It's written.
Right.
Ford writes her as a story about a robot coming to life and becoming aware of things. And Dolores is genuinely becoming aware. And so whatever conveniences Maeve has in her plot, you can assume Ford has the psychological profile of that technician.
Yeah.
You know, like,
true.
Well, and I think actually it might be the next episode, but in this episode I think it's the next episode or maybe the one after that. She also makes the technician give her a 20 intelligence.
Yeah.
Where none of the hosts are allowed to have higher than like a 14.
Yeah.
So she is effectively the smartest person that she does a very cool, I'm bumping my stats up, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Look, okay, I did my time as a PC. You want me to come back in as a guest spot?
Yeah.
In this next campaign? Well, by this time I maxed out my stats, babe.
Yeah, she's the dude who's like, I rolled that. I rolled an 18. I rolled 6 18s. I don't know.
Oh man, I used to know those things.
Yeah.
This is a good point to mention, Josh, cover your ears, that I've been reading Dungeon Crawler Carl as I was watching Westworld.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of similar themes between these two. And at some point in the week, I was like, like Felix at one point where she points out that Bernard is a host, and he looks down and starts doing the robot.
Yeah.
Unaware if like he's a host.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you binge Westworld and Dungeon Crawler Carl as your only media for 2 weeks straight.
Nice.
All right. So, yeah, I think, okay. So, all right, here's how we're going to do this. We are going
flawless so far.
It is. We are going to finish talking about Maeve's plot.
Okay.
And to talk about Maeve's plot, we need to bring Hector in. We mentioned in the first episode, he's the leader of the Banditos who robbed the saloon. He is a fucking cool looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a romance
Spanish accent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's like a romance cover outlaw.
Mm-hmm.
And rules. He's got a tasteful scar. And later, Tessa Thompson fucks him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool for everybody involved, I think. But Maeve, Tandaway Newton, goes ahead and recruits him and tells him the truth over the course of several episodes once she has gotten her stats bumped up.
Mm-hmm.
And tells him this is all fake. She, gets a little bit of an explanation about she found this spaceman figurine that one of the native children had carved.
Yeah. She woke up from a dream and she drew her dream, and then she went to hide the picture in her little under the floorboards and realized that she had a whole stack where she had previously drawn this thing 100 times.
Yeah. So yeah, she continues getting more and more consciousness, and convincing the techs to do more and more for her, in part because she's blackmailing the big blonde tech whose name is Sylvester, I want to say.
Yep.
He's a piece of shit.
He sucks. He is exactly what you would expect looking at him and being told his job.
Yeah.
Also, I love, she has one of the triumphant lines of dialogue in the show is when she confronts him and she's like, how many times have you died?
Yeah. That's pretty impressive.
Because if you don't do what I say, I'm going to fucking kill you.
Yeah, I know that I actually wrote that down somewhere.
So to be clear, have we abandoned the episode by episode thing?
I think we have to.
Because if we go person by person, that's even more.
No, it's fine. Because most of them tie together.
Josh says it's fine, Eric.
All right.
Listen to Josh.
Got permission from Josh to do it this way.
Yeah.
I was really looking forward to the other IMDb.
Yeah.
Hey, read through the IMDb summaries. See how helpful they are.
You know what? Let's just knock them out without commentary. Go through the entire the
Episode 3, Elsie and Stubbs search for a missing host. Teddy gets a new backstory. Bernard investigates the origins of madness and hallucinations within the host. Episode 4, Dolores joins William and Logan on a bounty hunt. You gotta give the titles too. Dissonance Theory. Dolores joins William and Logan on a bounty hunt. The Man in Black makes a significant discovery. Ford and Teresa discuss the park's future. Episode 5, Contrapasso. Dolores, William, and Logan reach Pariah and are recruited for a dangerous mission. The Man in Black meets an unlikely ally. Episode 6, The Adversary. Maeve charms Felix to get a change in her settings. Elsie discovers evidence that could point to sabotage, and by whom. Teddy and the Man in Black encounter a group of soldiers bent on revenge. Episode 7, Trump L'Oile.
Mm-hmm.
Dolores, William, and Lawrence journey into a treacherous terrain. Maeve presents her demands. Bernard considers his next move. Episode 8, Trace Decay. Bernard struggles with a mandate. Teddy is troubled by park memories. Maeve looks to change her script. That's a terrible description. Episode 9, The Well-Tempered Clavier. Dolores and Bernard reconnect with their past. Maeve makes a bold proposition to Hector. Teddy finds enlightenment at a price. Episode 10, The Bicameral Mind.
Finish your drink.
Ford unveils his bold new narrative. Dolores embraces her identity. Maeve sets her plan in motion.
Can we discuss briefly what the bicameral mind is? Josh, I feel like you might have some insight.
Oh, God. All right,
I think it's relevant because the story is partly difficult to follow because it's this split timeline, and like you learn that the hosts don't have a sense of like present and past. They experience everything like when they have a memory, they experience it in real time.
Yeah. Okay. The bicameral mind is a theory of neurology. A theory of thought. First proposed in the 1970s. It became mid-70s. It became a really popular science book. I can't remember the guy who coined it and wrote the book, but basically his theory, and this is largely, it's not accurate. It's largely discredited.
Right.
But it is an interesting way to think about things, and it's gotten picked up.
Yeah. And to be clear, the show doesn't present it as science fact. It presents it as a theory of consciousness that they use to bootstrap the hosts into
consciousness. Yeah. It's largely discredited, but it did become, for a good chunk of time, fairly popular with science fiction and fantasy authors because it's a neat way to think about stuff. So this guy's theory, looking at ancient texts like, say, the Odyssey, where, remember, everybody speaks with an American accent. That's important. And other stuff like that. He realized that none of the characters in these old texts were given evidence of subconscious.
Right.
Nobody in these texts thinks of things. Everything, all the stuff in these old works that would be subconscious in our modern, in a modern novel, is presented as the gods show up and tell you something.
Right. Gnostic revelation.
Yeah. So this guy's theory was that sometime in the past 3,000 years-ish, humans suddenly realized that they themselves could think and develop their own running narratives. And that's why we have this stuff the way we think today. Prior to that, his very bad biology take was the corpus callosum, which ties the two hemispheres of the brain together, hadn't developed.
Right.
So when people had any sort of interior thought, they thought it was the gods talking to them.
Yeah, they would hear. Essentially, the right hemisphere of the brain would be in charge of all outward appearances, right? Because that's your speech and
certain higher cognition functions
are on the right side. And then the thoughts of the left hemisphere of the brain would enter the right hemisphere as almost dialogue.
Yeah.
Versus unified whole cognition.
Yeah, which is what we have and what they had.
Yeah.
But this guy had a fun theory. So that is how Arnold built the androids to be. He built them with the idea of a bicameral mind where, they just get pronouncements from God. The same, and it's also, he ties it into schizophrenia and certain forms of psychosis and stuff like that, where people think they're hearing the voice of God or, just voices in their head. So that is how the old, I guess all of the androids, but it's mostly evident in the older models.
Yeah.
And also possibly that's what all of the conversations with Dolores and Bernard in the room are, where, maybe they never actually happened. It's just how she imagines they happened. So, yeah, that's the bicameral mind.
Yeah, well, the fact that ultimately Bernard and Dolores are both hosts, although you don't realize it at the time, they could just have a really high bandwidth, back and forth in passing, and it wouldn't have to actually be the scene that you see.
Yeah, where they're sitting in a room.
Right.
How was that, Eric? Did you like that?
Didn't sound like anything to me.
I knew that was coming. Good job. I like that after all these years of doing a podcast, our episodes are kind of like a country song, where if you know the next line before it's spoken, it's going to be a hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the Maeve plot. She discovers through the text that she has this history. She hasn't always been a saloon lady. She was once at this, beautiful frontier ranch house, and then they moved her over to the saloon for whatever reason, because they just moved the hosts around, I guess. She recruits Hector and subsequently Hector's gang, because she explains to them that we are trapped. This is all fake. Like, there is a higher dimension, basically. And it convinces, pretty much. And convinces them to go along with it and help her escape. And, that quote that I was looking for earlier, where she tells the tech that she's going to escape into the real world, which is in episode 7. She says, "You think I'm scared of death? I've done it 1,000,000 times. I'm great at it." Like, oh yeah, fucking A. She also sees at around that point that Clementine gets retired because bad times. But that's kind of her plot up until the last episode, right? And that's kind of the major points.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the person who did the horrible things to Maeve and her daughter at the farmhouse was the Man in Black.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a little more intense than that, because Maeve's arc is kind of acting as like you get catharsis because she's getting the vengeance. You kind of want to see somebody against the horrible humans. And then it's kind of sad when it finds out it's not really.
Yeah.
It was all kind of planned.
Also, one of the most incredible scenes, I think, in the show is when she gets shown the tablet that has her constructing the sentences in real time. So as she's denying that she's the computer, the computer is like constructing the sentences in front of her, and then she has like a seizure and locks up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really great
scene.
And
then it goes, improvisation.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Give me a profession."
Yeah.
Like an improv comedy show.
Shout out a word. Not dildo. I'm not doing dildo again.
So who are you going to do next?
Well, let's go to the upper echelon. Let's go to the park management.
Great.
Okay. So we got Teresa, the Danish corpo lady. We've got Elsie, which is Shannon Woodward.
She's great.
Secondarily, we have the irritating British guy. We have Luke Hemsworth, and we have Ford.
Yes.
So at some point we have Tessa Thompson.
Yes. She'll pop in. I don't know, episode 7, episode 6, something like that. Anyway, so the park is in financial trouble.
Can't imagine why.
Yeah.
Definitely no money being wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly not.
Definitely not that town, that whole city of Pariah where they established that almost nobody makes it that far out, and yet there's 1,000 hosts in like gold body paint having a constant
pouring fucking wine all over everything, and it seems like the coolest place on earth.
Yeah.
Like, do you know how much the park spends on lube for Pariah in a given day alone?
Yeah. It's like if Disney World ran Space Mountain around the clock, but only 3 people went on it every week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So the park's losing money. It's in trouble. Ford is apparently or seemingly unassailable in his position of running the park, and he wants to roll out this new narrative. It's going to be, and eventually he gets convinced to declare it that it's going to be his last hurrah. But the thing is, the corporation doesn't only do this. This is a multifaceted thing. And
real quick, can we talk a little bit more about Ford?
Yes.
I feel like we haven't talked enough about him. I love his character a lot because he's both kind of like paternal almost to the host, but he's also incredibly sinister. And I think Anthony Hopkins does a great job.
Yeah.
And
I rewatched that scene this morning of when he's talking to Dolores, and it's basically the same setup. It's like Dolores is talking to Bernard, except it's Ford. And they have this conversation, and at the end of it, Dolores is like, "You seem so familiar to me. Are we very old friends?" And he goes, "I wouldn't say we're friends."
I wouldn't say that at all.
Yeah, it's fucking
hates Dolores.
Fuck, it's so incredible.
Yeah, I think he's awesome throughout he's mysterious and hard to get a handle on what his motivations are in just the right ways.
Yeah, because at first in the show, it's that there's like something going on with the robot consciousness, and there seems to be an outside actor influencing it. And all indications are that it's Ford. And in some cases it is, because Ford is making a narrative that none of the other people know, like what it is.
Yeah. Right.
And so the changes that he's introducing are kind of misplaced as being part of the malfunctioning robot story.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. Well, I guess that was really the end of the thought. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, no, I was just also thinking about a scene when, and forgive me, I can't remember exactly what was said, but he was talking to Bernard and on consciousness and what it means to be consciousness. And he was saying how Arnold viewed things one way, but I always thought it was, I can't remember the scene or the quote to actually say it out loud, but I remember liking it quite a bit.
So yeah, it's suggested kind of that he might be the figure who's behind it all. But in fact, you learn over the course of the show that he would never be the one to liberate the hosts.
No,
he has no respect for them as
beings.
And in fact,
he
kind of has contempt for anybody who works for him who begins to view them sympathetically.
Also, I think he has contempt for literally everybody in a very similar way to the Man in Black.
Yeah.
In that scene that I was talking about, he's like saying there is no consciousness.
Right.
We're all just kind of pieces of shit.
Yeah. He's like, everybody tries to lift up the robots to be on our level, but really, if you wanted to see reality as it is, you would lower us to their level. Like we're not actually nothing special is happening in our heads.
Yeah, people think there's some special trick to consciousness, but we're not special. Right. We're just animals that think we're special.
Yeah. It's great. Anthony Hopkins turns out acts pretty good.
Yeah. I was actually just looking at his IMDb, and boy, he's totally all right, at least in pretty much everything. But dude, I think this might be his absolute best fucking performance.
It's pretty good
for maybe 25 years.
It's been a while.
Because I love.
He was in Mythic Quest.
he was a narrator in one of those one of those flashback episodes, if I remember right. I think this might be the best thing he has done since Titus in 1999. Because I
do have a soft spot for Meet Joe Black. I know it's cheesy, but
that is taking a stance right there.
I love it.
How do you feel about Brad Pitt's Jamaican accent?
I was going to bring that up as being fucking excellent.
the high point.
Yeah. The high point of the film.
Yeah. I can laugh about it, Josh, but it was genuinely awesome.
I've seen clips of it on TikTok.
It fucking rules.
It's magnificent.
It is an experience. I saw that movie. I think actually Eric saw that movie with me.
I think I did. I don't remember.
We went because that was the movie that the Phantom Menace trailer rolled out in front of.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
You guys want to do a Meet Joe Black minute by minute podcast?
Let's do it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We need to come up with a pun title or else it won't fly, though.
That movie is
Minute
so
Joe Black.
long. That movie has to be 2.5 hours long.
Job security.
2
Much
hours,
like this podcast is going to be if we don't
minutes.
stop talking about fucking Meet Joe Black.
All right, my
Jesus
bad.
Christ. No, I think that was a valuable contribution, Stan.
I agree.
Thank you, Mon.
Okay. So, Yeah, the park's in financial trouble. Ford doesn't seem to care. Teresa is trying to keep it fucking running and keep the corporate masters off the park's back, because she's like kind of the day-to-day interface between Delos Corporation, which does all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
We find out in later seasons that Delos is a, just huge company that does tons of shit.
Yeah, I always like this kind of character because she's in the middle, and so you see her from one side first.
Where
and
she's
like,
a corpo baddie.
What a bitch. She's coming in here and she's fucking with the artists and not letting them do their... And then, but when you see the broader picture, she's actually like mitigating.
Protecting it.
Yeah.
She's holding shit together.
Yeah, but the board wants Arnold out, and most importantly, and it turns out this is sort of the plot of... This is sort of a big part of the background plot. Ford has not let any of the data out of the park ever, really. And the whole thing that the park does to improve user experience, quote marks, remember that in your day-to-day life, is collect all sorts of data about everybody who comes there.
Yeah.
Who comes there? People who are willing to and able to pay $40,000 a day for shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I'm a little shaky. This is a thing where I'm confusing second and first season a little bit. Did they reveal what that data is in the first season?
Not that I saw.
Not in so many words.
Okay. Well, it's a significant plot
Yeah.
point in the second season, what that data is and what it's for.
Yeah.
Also, I don't really remember them talking about user data and what I saw at all, but they did mention that the tech could have use beyond a theme park that Ford isn't letting it be used for.
They do. I think it stood out more to me having seen the second season when they were talking about there's two things they're calling the data, because there's a misunderstanding. Most of the people in the park don't know what's valuable about the park to the corporation. The corporation wants a very specific set of information, which is basically user, like all the choices the users make.
Yeah.
And so when Teresa talks about data or the shit that's being stolen or this that kind of thing, she's talking about a specific thing, and then Bernard misunderstands her to be talking about the proprietary technology that runs the hosts.
Yeah.
And so as a viewer, you also probably misunderstand her in that part.
Yeah, it becomes that part of the plot becomes a lot more clear in the second season.
Yeah.
So basically it comes down to that old saw for the internet of, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product.
Yeah. But they're paying for it too.
Except they managed to pull the magic trick of make you pay and become.
Yeah.
So there is a secret plot to smuggle some data out of the park.
I heard there was a secret plot.
Yeah.
That the woodcutter
played in it.
Pleased the stars.
Something.
Yeah. So that's where Elsie and the security Hemsworth come in.
And this is where you learn that the robots that were perceived as malfunctioning were in fact
corrupted intentionally.
Corrupted, and they are attempting to get information out of the park.
Yeah, the woodcutter has like a weird satellite uplink thing in his arm, and it's a whole thing.
They thought he had some weird backstory that was making him obsessed with the stars, but he was actually trying to like align a
satellite,
a
laser
to a laser to a satellite.
Some cyberpunk shit.
Yeah, it is.
I knew we'd get to it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we've been in it since fucking minute one, when Teddy got his magic repairs in the fucking lab.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is anybody else sad when Elsie died? I like Elsie.
I was really disappointed in my watch, because I like that actress a ton, and it's knowing the show, it is possible she shows back up in the second season.
I don't think so, judging by her.
But I don't believe that's the case.
If she does, it would be a flashback. I know there's a scene that I don't remember seeing it on this watch, and maybe I just kind of zoned out or nodded off or something. But is the scene in the first season when she hijacks Stephen Ogg's bandit and changes his morality?
No.
Oh no, that wasn't in this. Okay.
So I think she is in a second season see.
Okay.
Or maybe I'm misremembering who did it. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, at any rate, she felt like, you know how some shows have like a viewer stand-in, like a normal person?
Yeah.
Like she felt like a normal ass person going to work, trying to do her job.
Yeah.
And then she was kind of, and they did it with, what's his name? Hemsworth too, where they just kind of disappeared and they don't tell you what happens. And once again, there's another season coming, so maybe that's why.
Yeah.
But,
Hemsworth is in the second season.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I see that. He's got 26 episodes. So
Yeah.
definitely coming back. Anyway, I was just sad that she disappeared and we never really get to figure out why, although it's pretty heavily implied that Bernard bought off her.
Yeah, that's I believe that's exactly what happened. And yeah, it is disappointing because she disappears for like 2 episodes and then we find out we see the little flashbacks.
And the only one that seems to care is Luke Hemsworth.
Yeah.
It's like Elsie hasn't been in.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is she?
Well, Bernard asks about her, not realizing that he has hurt her, and she had like logged, or in the system she's logged as on vacation.
Yeah,
so that's why nobody's asking questions.
Yeah, it's a bummer because I like that character and that actress. So
it was nice to have a normal person to. Like her scenes, I'm like, okay, all the weirdness is going to be out for a second.
Yeah, in the depth of your confusion, she's the character who goes, I feel like everybody has a fucking agenda.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're like, man, everybody does. Like, this sucks.
Everybody seems to have a fucking agenda except me. My only agenda is looking at Android dick.
Yeah.
Wait,
maybe having a little kiss sometimes.
That wasn't Stephen Ogg whose dick she was.
No,
it was a different one.
One of the servers at the bordello, I think.
Yeah. We're gonna have to find a better use for your talents, maybe.
Good times.
So that's the corporate plot, and moving along with it, we have at a certain point Tessa Thompson shows up. First she does some light making fun of the British guy, which is a good introduction.
It was so obvious when they introduced her. I'm like, this isn't some hottie by the pool. That's Tessa Thompson. She's going to play a real role.
She also, but in 2016, she wasn't quite Tessa Thompson yet. She was just beginning to be.
I think this is the first time I recognized her. Yeah.
She's too.
Oh yeah.
She's a special kind of hot.
Yeah. She really is.
It's too hot to be normal, but not like hot to be back. You know what I'm saying? Like model hot. Yeah. She's Tessa Thompson.
Well, again, that's one of the things that I was talking about in the previous episode. This show's good at, not Instagram influencer hot, just like that's hot and interesting.
She also she continues through future seasons and her story is amazing.
Yeah,
she's
great in everything I've seen her in.
Yeah, so
she really gets to act going forward.
She was in BoJack Horseman before this, Josh. She was definitely famous.
Definitely recognizable from her role on BoJack Horseman.
She was in Rizzoli and Isles, Josh. Come on. You're saying she wasn't famous enough.
Well, that's a show that we certainly know which one is Rizzoli and which one is Isles and which one was played by Pacey's sister.
Was she the Babadook in that?
She might have been the Babadook.
She could have been the Babadook. She comes in. She is, I don't know if she's on the board or if she's just the hand of the board.
Yeah, she's like as a representative.
Yeah, and she's basically tells Teresa, like, no, we're like, look, this park as a park thing is coming to an end. We can and will be taking this over immediately. It's not we're making a bunch of money, but we're not making enough money. So, convince Ford to retire gracefully and, we won't cause any huge disruptions in how things are about to go out because we can and will kick his ass out.
And also, while you're there, pick one of the bots and fuck it.
Yeah.
She picks Hector.
Mm-hmm. She picks Hector. Understandably, tasteful scar.
Yep.
Yeah. And he keeps his cowboy hat on during it.
Yeah, he does.
I recall.
Why wouldn't he? Probably keeps his El Lazo as well. Anyway, so yeah, she's taking over the park. with the board's help, Teresa is trying to figure out what's going on with these malfunctioning bots that Elsie found, and she ends up finding her way into the main plot as opposed to just being kind of an annoyance. And then she has a nice conversation with Ford. And
did we even mention that her and Bernard were banging?
Oh yeah,
we did last.
I definitely mentioned it last episode. I don't remember if it made the cut.
Yeah.
Her and Bernard are having an affair. She does not
really an affair. They're both consenting adults, technically, as far as either one of them knows.
Well, Bernard is theoretically still married.
Is he?
Based on his fake video call. He thinks he's still married.
I guess I didn't.
I thought they were maybe separated or something, but
yeah,
that could be the case.
But regardless, his wife is an illusion. She's not real.
Yeah.
Well, his whole life is.
Doesn't look like anything to me. So yeah, they're banging. She reveals, I think something's going on to Ford and Bernard, and Ford has Bernard kill her.
Yeah, I really hated that scene.
That is when Bernard is shown to the audience as being a motherfucking robot.
Yeah. I believe the reveal is, what's behind that door? What door?
What door?
That's the first one. You're like, oh, fuck, you can't see the door.
Yeah.
And then she shows him the papers and he says they don't look like anything. And you're like, oh, no, Bernard.
Yeah. It's bad times.
Kind of hero.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad shit. So
and then he just brutally slams her head against the wall, which is...
Yeah, strangling and slamming a head against a wall is a rough... that seems both a very personal and very brutal way to do it.
Yeah.
I'm just done watching women get beat up. I just would like to not have to see it anymore.
Yeah.
Wrong show, buddy.
Yeah.
I know. Also wrong time period.
Yeah.
They love that shit in the teens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's certainly true. And, the aughts and the 90s and the 80s.
Pretty much every time before the last couple of years.
And even now, it's pretty popular.
And even now, they still love it.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
But now we have options of shows that don't, made by people who don't love it, at least.
Yeah. So then she dies. Bernard realizes again, apparently, that he is a robot in a conversation with Ford. And Ford's like, no, see, you don't need to worry about this. I get to make you forget.
Mm-hmm.
You're
lucky.
Get rid of all the pain and stuff. And I think this is where the conversation about how humans think they're better, but really, you guys get to be you get to have your memories deleted. So that's
Eternal
good.
sunshine of the spotless mind.
I think that's No, you're right. That might be now. It's either now or later when Bernard confronts him and forces him to remember. But
yeah,
this also, it's pointed out at some point that this has happened before.
Yeah, and we see some little flashes of it happening before. One of those flashes seems to be Elsie.
Yeah.
There's also there's a recurring theme of grief as
what makes us human.
Yeah, but it's specifically voiced as the sadness is all that I have left of the person I loved.
Yeah, don't take the memory away. That's all I have. Yeah,
it's really nice.
Yeah.
And I think Bernard says it both of his imagined child, and Dolores says it of her father.
Maeve says it.
Yeah.
Of her daughter.
Yeah. And so this is the end of episode 7 when Teresa dies, and that is the first human death we have seen in the series.
Really?
Yeah, she can't come back. Although they could make a big one.
We have seen dozens and dozens of other deaths.
Yeah.
But this is the first time a human dies.
We haven't seen Elsie, although Elsie's probably died at this point.
Yeah, she disappeared, I think, maybe at the beginning of that episode or the end of the previous one.
Yeah. Also, chronologically, Logan died, although we haven't seen it in the show yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know it happened.
Yeah, so that's the corporate plot up to that point. We find out, and Ford finds out, that Tessa Thompson's here to take over. He says, oh, no, that's fine. Let me roll out this last huge construction project and this last narrative, and I'll retire gracefully. And she is like, okay, cool. This is definitely not a plot, right? Mm-hmm. And he's like, no, certainly not a plot.
You're going to love it. Make sure everybody that I don't like is there.
Yeah.
Make sure every human that I loathe happens to be in this one location. So as it goes on, Tessa Thompson does some more plotting involving the British guy, and him taking over the narrative, and she is hilariously dismissive of his abilities.
He's a great pawn
because he sucks.
Yeah.
I did love his this is a separate scene, but when he is going on and on about the speech that he wrote for Hector at the end of the robbery.
Yeah.
And then a guest just shoots him in the throat right when he starts to give the speech. It's fucking great.
John Boy Walton.
Yeah.
Shoots him in the throat.
Yeah.
He also pees on their big map.
Yeah, he does.
That's a bold move.
Oh, and for fans of Cyberpunk, that map fucking rules. That's a great.
It does.
It fucking does. Yeah. Yeah, that is a cool bit of business. It's like a
Central
giant.
Command is pretty cool.
A giant digital sand tray map, sort of, where you can zoom and all sorts of shit happens.
Fucking great.
All right, what happens next?
So then the corporate plot climaxes with they're going to have a big party with the unveiling of the narrative in the final episode of the show or the final episode of the season. Everything will go fine. Don't worry about it.
It goes exactly according to plan.
It certainly does. Moving along, we have what character track do we want to do next?
Let's do William.
Okay, William or the Man in Black?
Well, they're kind of together. I mean, go from William into the Man in Black.
Oh boy, that's going to be tough.
William comes to the park with Logan, his brother-in-law. He's about to be married. This is like his bachelor party, kind of, I think.
Yeah.
And then he goes through all of the. He hooks up with Dolores. By hook up, I mean ultimately does hook up, but
he picks up the can she drops.
He picks up the can she drops and goes through the most basic love story narrative.
Although, in that moment, no, Logan comes and is like, quit getting sidetracked with like tutorial level bullshit.
Pussy bullshit.
Yeah, and drags.
It's kind of annoying because imagine you go to a theme park with a guy and he's like, stop riding the fucking Ferris wheel. We need to go on the death coaster. Right. I like Ferris wheels, bro. Come on. Yeah. It's my vacation too.
And so Dolores ends up wandering off, and Dolores' story is close enough to Williams. I think they can be told together. Dolores goes back home, ultimately sees Steve and Og and an especially grimy guest.
Yeah.
Who is there to experience raping women.
Yeah, that guy.
He fucking sucks.
Cool guy.
But sees them kill her, or sees her dad is dead and hears them kill her mother, and then she gets away. She has her first weird glitch where she sees herself being shot, and then it immediately jumps back and replays, and she gets away without being shot. And then that's when she ultimately, she was shot. I don't know. I'm confused. But anyway, she runs off and she runs into William out in the wilderness.
Yes.
Right. Also, I hate to distract with this question, but I can't stop thinking about it the whole time I'm watching Westworld. How do the fucking bullets work?
Yeah.
Like,
it's you cannot look too deeply into that, man.
Yeah. It's all I can think about.
To quote Dolores, or to paraphrase Dolores, some people choose to see the plot holes in this world.
Right.
I do think, I'll tell you what it is. For the bullets that's the least of it. How do the knives and the fucking arrows work?
Yeah. It's a good question.
I think the explanation for the guns, if I were to make one up, would be they're all fucking NES
zappers.
Every
zapper guns.
Every piece of clothing has little pyrotechnic squibs.
Squibs,
like a haptic vest.
Yeah.
Yeah. The arrows, knives, and I don't know, people bashing your skull in with a rock is a totally different question.
I mean, I guess you would have to say that the bullets, you have smart bullets that can tell if they're pointed at a human or a host.
Yeah.
But they still hit you, and they still, it seems like they hurt like a paintball for a human, but it'll blow the chest open of a host.
Right. So they do something different depending on whether they're hitting a host or a human.
And I realize it's pointless to ask, but they made it such a prominent part of the show that you can't help but wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
and you're right. The knives are crazy.
It's written by Michael Crichton, so I'm sure there's a staggeringly deep explanation of how it works in the book. So
it was never a novel.
Oh, because he wrote the screenplay for the.
Yes, he wrote and directed
the film. That.
Yeah, it was never a book.
So I'm guessing a host would just never take a knife
to a human,
right? To a human, nor would shoot them with an arrow. But the guns they feel safe because the bullets are weird, smart bullets. And it doesn't matter. It's not worth talking about a lot.
And also the pyrotechnics, we find out several episodes down the line when William is breaking out of jail.
Yeah, you see the control room and they're like, we got a request for a pyrotechnic effect.
2 charges or whatever. It's like, all right.
That gentleman gets whatever he wants.
Yes.
It's a big old disclaimer to come to this park. That's all I know. Yeah. It's an 80-page, not disclaimer, but hold harmless. What's the fucking word?
Liability waiver.
Waiver. Yeah, waiver.
Thank
all
you.
right.
Jesus Christ. Why is it so hard to speak words?
Yeah.
There's too many of them.
I hate it.
There are too many.
We only need
words.
8.
I hate it. We only need 8. Mm-hmm. That's 7 words.
Probably put fuck in there.
My last one's a secret. We only need fucking 8.
All right. Okay, there's the episode description.
All right.
Okay, moving on.
William's a goody two shoes. Their whole story is really basic
William's
Western love story.
Real fucking pussy boy.
Yeah.
He is playing and very much enjoying the most.
He's Dawkinsing out
the most basic narrative of the park, and he is pretty sure this Dolores bot really does love him.
This stripper really likes me.
He has fallen in love with the stripper. Yeah.
I do have to push back a little because he's fascinated. At first, he is true to his fiance. He declines the Clementine, which is more than I think any actual person could ever do.
It's a huge force of will, yes.
And then what starts to fascinate him about Dolores is that she appears to be conscious,
or more conscious.
I think you're right.
Which, in his defense, she is becoming conscious. Albeit this is very early in the process because this is timeline A,
right?
And it happens 30 years before she actually wakes up. But he is.
It's kind of the kickoff of what starts her whole journey when you put the timeline.
He correctly identifies her as like something bigger is happening.
Different.
Yeah. And Logan is like, no, it's not. And Logan's wrong.
And Logan's like, here, I'm going to prove it to you by
in the head,
sexually assaulting her and cutting her throat. And at that point, I was talking. Imagine I go to a theme park with my brother. Go to Disneyland with my brother-in-law, and he's like, "You're not having enough fun. You're taking this too seriously, and to prove it, I'm going to stab Mickey Mouse in the throat."
I mean,
I'm going to murder Mickey and have sex with Minnie, and that'll sort you out.
That'll show you how you're doing this wrong.
And then when I get away, I come back and I rescue Minnie and I drag him behind a horse for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, it's a reasonable. I would maybe drag him behind Pluto, but yeah.
Oh yeah, you got to ride Pluto. Anyway, there is another. While we're talking about this, and I don't know where we're at in their story, but there was a scene. William, and I don't know if it's writing or if it's just how much of a pussy boy William is early on, but there's a scene when he's tied up and Logan's like telling him how much he sucks and how it's not good enough for his daughter. And if William wants to get out of that, all he has to do is just be like, "You're right, man. This place park is fucking awesome. And I was way too into it, bro. Let's just go bang some whores." And his brother Logan would have been like, "Sweet," untied him and they would go.
I remember thinking the same thing in that scene. Like, all you have to do is say yes, man. Just yes and this, and we can move along.
Yeah, just get meta with it for a second.
I do love, though, the floating conflict that William is in, because he believes he's seeing something noteworthy with Dolores that he wants to explore, but he's with that dude who he has to maintain good relations with, because the real world outside, that dude is his fucking meal ticket. Like
it's his boss and his near future brother-in-law.
And so it's like,
because William got his position. He worked his way up in Delos and then met this guy's sister, whatever. They're getting married. So he's becoming part of the family corporation.
And so all of Logan's transgressions are like, William just has to fucking choke it down.
Yeah.
And
until he doesn't
anymore. Yeah.
No, I get it. And the character of William, I'm talking smack, but it's an interesting storyline for sure. And I love Jimmy Simpson, the McPoyle brother.
I do think there was room for the other McPoyle brother.
They could have found something for him, right?
Easily. He
could have played the brother-in-law.
Yeah. He could have been.
They could have made out or whatever those weird McPoyles get up to.
Yeah.
And the sister.
Drank
the sister
milk.
in there.
Drinking a lot of milk.
Put the sister in the
milk.
You know what? When they have to replace Clementine, put the McPoyle sister in there.
With the sister. Yeah.
Put the McPoyle sister with her unibrow in there.
And then Benicio del Toro.
The last two episodes we've referenced the
Pariah.
McPoyles, but I don't know that. That's for anybody who doesn't know. That's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I guess people might not. Yeah.
Jimmy Simpson plays a character in Always Sunny that is a repulsive. Always Sunny in Philadelphia, a repulsive creature that is hard to imagine, and he played it early in his career, and for that reason he has chosen to always be remembered as that, no matter what good work he goes on to do.
And he keeps going back for it. I mean,
because it's hilarious and he probably has a good time.
Yeah, it's very gross and has to be a lot of fun. Like, do the grossest shit you can imagine, right?
It's so fucking funny.
I made a meme back in the day of that scene when one of the McPoyles is making out with his sister and the other one is watching with pride.
Mm-hmm.
Like just looking and smiling. I think it's Jimmy is looking on with like a proud grin. And I just labeled it the sister was the Lincoln Project and the one kissing her was the DNC and the one watching was the GOP.
Yes. I think very accurate. Yeah. Hey, we haven't talked enough about the leftist politics of this show.
No, that's true. We haven't.
Okay, moving on. Okay, so William rescues Dolores at a certain point. He ends up in a position where he's kind of dragging Logan along, and Logan is kind of dragging him along, and we're all going with this plot that. Well, it seems like a plot involving Dolores. In fact, I think she is actually just kind of going off on her own without a narrative at this point, where we end up going.
He's letting her follow her reveries, basically.
Yeah. So they end up in pursuit of adventure, love, artificial consciousness, whatever, end up in the town of Pariah.
Mm-hmm. Great town name.
And it really is. It seems like possibly the coolest and funnest place on earth, right? I mean, lots of gold-plated whores and booze, and of course, our buddy Clifton Collins Jr.
Yeah. And nitroglycerin.
And a lot of nitroglycerin. So they do a heist of Union soldiers to steal a bunch of nitroglycerin to give to the Confederados, who are like, I don't know. Okay. One thing about the show is it does not take place, like the setting of Westworld is not a specific year.
Yeah.
Even though in my mind, there were so many fucking arguments in comment sections about, no, we saw a blah, blah, blah coin. That means it must be after 8, but no, somebody was using, this uniform was only used from 1870 to 1882.
Right. There's even a part where Ford is like talking about the inspiration for the cannibals, bloodthirsty speech, and he's like, we used some Shakespeare and some Gloria Steinem.
Yes, yeah, not period accurate, but yeah, and the time period is not a thing. It's just the setting is Western movies, not a time. So there are ex-Confederates still in their uniforms running around trying to secede is the plot, I assume.
I assumed they were left over after the war and just stayed together as a band.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I think that.
Are.
Yeah.
They became mercenaries in Mexico, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're stealing this nitroglycerin from the Union to give to the Confederados, but there is a secret cool plot where Clifton Collins is fucking watering it down because those guys are assholes.
He's not watering down. He's stealing it and replacing it with tequila.
Yeah. I don't think he stole all of it, but maybe
because he was going to send it to his rebellion.
Yes,
was actually going to fight the Confederados, I believe, because there's a big thing about him betraying his people when he procured it for them.
Yeah. So we end up back or for the first time in the world of Clifton Collins Jr. / El Lazo. Let's see. Then we everything goes bad, except it doesn't go that bad. We end up on a fucking armored train. There's a very cool fucking train heist involving an old school Gatling gun mounted on a trailer.
Yep.
William and Dolores bang.
William and Dolores do be fucking on this train.
Don't worry, robots are fucked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good time. Let's see. Sorry, I lost my place.
You got distracted.
Gatling gun. Oh, and then the what do they call the natives?
Ghost Nation.
Ghost Nation.
Yes.
Third party.
Yes. Ghost Nation saves them from the Confederados. Sort of. Oh yeah, and at the beginning of episode 6 is when you see the Yul Brynner gunslinger from the Westworld movie in the background.
Yeah.
At the very beginning. Yeah, let's see. I lost track of where we were in their plot. Let's see. They escape. Wait. Shit. Oh no.
I mean, that's it. They escape. William and Dolores go to her valley that she's been dreaming about, and Clifton Collins Jr. and his guys go their separate ways for now.
Yeah. And then William and Dolores. Oh yeah. Wait, is this before or after William gets captured?
It's before.
Okay.
Because they go to the river, and they don't, like, at this point you're like, okay, she's followed her dream, she's now in this place, but what comes next? Like, we know there's nothing there.
Yeah, this is only episode 7. Or
this is
whatever.
a reverie from a past life where she had a storyline here or whatever. And then they get jumped by the Ghost Nation or by Logan. I can't remember.
They get jumped by Logan and some of the Confederados because they had abandoned Logan and Pariah. Yeah.
So Logan jumps him, and then he gets taken hostage. Yeah. Then everything bad happens. Then the movie's over.
Then the movie is over. Yes.
Fucking great.
Yep, we're done.
Do you need a second to find your place, John?
Yeah, I do. The splitting up of the characters is, had I given it 10 seconds of thought, like earlier this week, I could have done my notes to do it this way.
That's why I was worried about you on the fly switching up the format.
I think it's the saner way to do it still. But I totally lost track because we keep bouncing forward and back in not just in plots, but also just shit we talked about. So then Logan, William ends up captured by the Confederados with Logan, and he eventually admits to Logan that he was lost in the sauce. And he'll be cool now, and like it's all fine. And Logan's like, "Yeah, let's have a drink, and it'll be great." And they get drunk.
This is all Logan wants. He just wants to hang with his bro.
He just wants to hang with this guy, and
Hey, some prescription medication.
Lots of people want to see want to watch their buddies fuck, right?
Yeah, it's normal. Too. Who doesn't?
Yeah. So then we cut to the next day, and Logan wakes up to a scene of general slaughter where it seems that William got his murder on.
Yeah, he killed everybody.
A camp of like 50 people.
Got him.
And he cut their arms and legs off. Too.
Yeah, it really looks like the type of thing that there's no way to sleep. Like, even if you were deep passed out, there's no way you'd sleep through it.
Yeah.
And B, Like there was some real work that went into that, like real artistry shit.
He had him a night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And this is the point at which he says, nah, we're like Dolores. I gotta keep to Dolores. What the fuck is this plot? And you're coming with me, chump.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a William heel turn, really.
Yeah.
It very much is. So they end up hooking back up with Clifton Collins Jr. So that's, and we end up, he doesn't have any answers for him. Like, no, I haven't seen Dolores, since the train shit or whatever. Might have got taken by Ghost Nation. I don't know. And, you're on your own. And at this point, William is dragging Logan around naked behind his horse, and he's going to explore the depths of the park. And then we kind of end his plot for the season. Like it ends up being actually in the last episode, but with the realization, which a lot of people had beforehand, online at least.
But not me.
It cuts like directly. Yes, not Stan. He's too dumb.
I was pretty late to it too, honestly.
It cuts like from the same scene of William to the Man in Black in like the same spot with the same sky behind him.
Yeah. I believe he does also come back to the main town and sees Dolores, and then she's engaging in another storyline with another guy, and
yeah, that's when he kind of that's the humiliation.
Yeah. He sees another guy pick up the can, and she's immediately in love, and whatever.
Don't mind me, just trying to look chivalrous.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Teddy.
Should we do Teddy?
Yeah. Well, Teddy and the Man in Black.
Yeah, they kind of go together.
Yeah. So, Teddy and the Man in Black.
So the Man in Black goes. He gets the card dealer. Card dealer leads him to Lawrence, aka Alazzo. While he's with Alazzo, they're trying to track down this Wyatt guy, which is the new character in Ford's new storyline.
Yes, who is
that Teddy's?
Yes, who
is
a
trigger word for Teddy.
And then
he was formerly Teddy's Union commander, and then he went off on a 40-day odyssey in the desert and came back with some strange ideas.
And then while the Man in Black and Alazzo are on the road, they find Teddy kind of at the outskirts of Wyatt's territory, tied to a tree and bleeding out.
Yes.
Yeah, and then he kills Alazzo and uses his blood to resuscitate Teddy.
Yeah,
it's kind of sad. Oh, is that? No, that's what he uses the blood for. I never put that together. You're right. He just pumps it into Teddy.
He transfuses it. Yeah,
because all robots have the same blood type.
Right. Yeah. They also see Ford's little kid robot.
Yes, that's true.
Which is
but
weird.
he's and actually there's a hilarious and chilling line from Ed Harris where he says, "Too bad he's too small."
Yeah.
Right before he kills Clifton Collins.
It's kind of sad because they had this weird chemistry.
Yeah.
Clifton Collins and Man in Black up to this point. And they had kind of been road partners, and then he just dispatches him. But then like the next scene where seeing him when he was young,
partying on the train. Also back in the William timeline, in the Alazzo's party in Pariah, we had an orchestral Nine Inch Nails song in the background. And there's a lot of that. And also, I feel like I need to call for a boycott of using Radiohead in television and films for like 5 years.
I like it.
Like, hopefully not in.
Who are you going to replace him with?
Though.
I like a lot of Radiohead songs, man. There are so many in so many TV shows, and
I'm not
films.
arguing against that. I'm just saying, who are you going to replace him with? Who else is out there?
I thought it it worked so good in this show, and plus the show's 10 years old.
It does, but Jesus Christ, dude. We've had like literally 20 years now where probably 20 years where Radiohead is almost the automatic choice. Like, hey, we want a rock band in the movie as part of the score.
Yeah.
Well, let's get Radiohead.
Well, here's the thing is the unspoken part. Like, I agree with what you're saying, but what the listener needs to know is that the unspoken part of what you're saying is that you want more like Limp Bizkit.
Fuck you, bro.
That's mean.
It is mean, but I 100% co-signed.
I do have a general fatigue with Radiohead, but I'm also I can't think of a movie their music has come up that I haven't enjoyed what it was being used for.
The irritating thing is that it's almost always really good. Like 28 years later, The Bone Temple.
Right.
It's fucking amazing. In this, it's amazing, but Jesus Christ, I just would love to take 6 months off. Like, give me some, like, I
some Stained.
I fear that at any, we talking stained glass?
some Creed, please
my
swap
sacrifice.
Out all the Radiohead for Creed. All right, press on. We got to go.
Oh God. Yeah. So, So at that point, William has effectively recruited Teddy because he also, like, one of the main plots is that William is looking for Dolores, and so is Teddy. The man in black is looking for Dolores, and so is Teddy. So he's able to say, look, we got to find Dolores. And because they've both run the same narrative before, because Teddy is the guy who shows up and picks up the can if no tourist does it.
Yeah.
So they're kind of Eskimo brothers. Is that right? Yeah.
I guess, along with hundreds of other dudes.
Thousands of other dudes, I assume.
But let's be real. Teddy and Dolores, that's OTP, right?
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Marsden's, again, doing fucking great work. He's, we get all this tortured, very, and I use tortured in quote marks, like this very much hey, we got to have a like dark background for this motherfucker. He's a gunfighter. He used to be a sheriff, but before that, he was in this army unit that did some fucking wild shit and went nuts in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
It's very much somebody's writing this plot thing.
That English guy.
Which if this was a normal show, which wasn't hanging a hat on how much of this is a plot written by an idiot,
yeah,
I would be annoyed with. But it's not. So,
yeah, it's a really smart way to write a show where there's an in-universe writer who's an idiot.
Yeah,
and then like whatever anybody doesn't like, you're like, well, yeah.
Actually, yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about in the first episode. That is how this show manages to have it both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like,
pretty great.
They've got an idiot writer in the cast. So we can blame literally everything on that idiot writer.
We can hate that guy, but he serves a very important purpose.
Yeah, he does. So, yeah, they try to go to Pariah, but the route's blocked because of some absolute fucking nonsense. And have to kind of go around. And
they end up in a bar talking to Ford at one point, which is a really interesting conversation because the Man in Black and Ford are strong villain type personalities. And I don't know, it's one of my favorite scenes. In fact, I might have used it for the intro.
Great.
Can't remember.
Yes, I think you did. Yeah.
That's great. And it's also and then Ford basically rejuvenates Teddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As
also shows that he has like almost a magical connection with these things because Man in Black brings up the point, like he is actually kind of onto something in that scene where he's like, I wonder what would happen if I opened you up, meaning maybe Ford's a robot and Arnold's the actual one behind this the whole time. And that's when Teddy jumps to defend him.
Yeah.
So he's barking up the right tree, I feel like.
Yeah, it is an interesting it is an interesting scene where there's a lot of talk about how you write a narrative. Like, there is a bunch of mystery box bullshit in this. The Man in Black says something along the lines of like, but the man I'm hunting died 35 years ago. So he's hunting himself through this
No,
narrative?
he's talking about Arnold.
Yeah.
But I'm going to need a
yes,
shovel.
right,
I'd have
yes.
to. The man I need to talk to died 30 years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
But also, in a way, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it has multiple meanings. I really like those two actors.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Like, it's a really good, and I really like those two actors, and it...
3 actors, because
James-
Marsden's doing great
yeah.
work during it too, even if he's just staring straight ahead and slowly dying.
When Ford like flips the thing and makes him rejuvenated, his motions of like, he's no longer a character, he's now a killing machine. He gets up, he like spins the revolver.
Right.
Yeah.
Cocks his
Fucking
gun
great.
and-
Fucking really good.
Yeah, he's honestly, he was really left out of the second season. But a show that is on Hulu, I think, called Paradise, which actually had some shit set in Memphis this year.
Oh yeah?
Actually, was it a character rides out the apocalypse in Graceland. She's on her tour there when the apocalypse happens.
Nice.
But James Marsden plays the president in the first season of the show, largely in flashbacks. And dude, that guy is so fucking reliable, and likable.
Yeah, he's good.
Anyway, moving along.
He was in Dead to Me. I like Dead to Me. It's really fun.
He was both the ex-husband and the asshole
And his
twin
twins or
brother.
something.
Yeah, that was a
Anyway,
good show.
Yeah.
Actually, that's Linda Cardellini was in that show, and I associate her a lot with Shannon Woodward, who plays Elsie on this show, who's like a 10 years younger Cardellini in my mind.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I see it.
Any fucking way. We move along. So.
Oh, I remembered something I was trying to say earlier. This, the Man in Black is constantly being told that the shit you're looking for ain't for you, bro.
Yeah.
There is no catharsis at the end of this for you because it's built for her.
Right.
Yeah.
Or for them.
Yeah. It doesn't exist. And even if it did, it's not like it doesn't do anything for you.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a Turing test, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it makes the Man in Black, who is so strong and scary, he's kind of pathetic by the end of it. Which,
even more so in following seasons, but in like a really smart, cool way.
Yeah. Yeah. It's his plot in season 2 is haunting, upsetting.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting to that. Last night I almost started season 2 of this show.
Yeah, I've been tempted to as well.
Okay, so moving right along. William and Teddy chasing after Dolores and the maze because the Man in Black is convinced that Dolores is the key to the maze. Teddy also has managed to, I think, kind of convince the Man in Black that, well, maybe Ford did this new plot involving Wyatt as an entrance to the maze.
Right.
It's dumb as hell. Remember, the Man in Black is dumb. He got way too fucking lost in the sauce.
Yeah. He's been Dawkins.
Yeah.
He's
Richard Dawkins. He's really good at one thing and not so smart at reality.
He fell in love with his anime pillow waifu.
He did.
And even though he has seen her at least once a year and has had many opportunities to pick up the can, he simply can't.
Yeah. Also, Teddy keeps seeing flashbacks of his time with Wyatt, which we'll eventually find are actually modified flashbacks of something else, because he sees Wyatt murdering a town, and he's obsessed with Wyatt, but Wyatt in his memories is actually his other obsession, Dolores, who also murders a town.
Yep.
Yeah. Teddy's brain is soup.
Yeah.
It really is. Like he is a guy who is just trying his best.
Yeah.
I think that character has been recycled into every possible version of every job in the park.
Yeah. He's a very relatable. You want him to succeed because he's clearly been through some shit without much agency over anything.
Oh, also in here we get a fun little monologue from the Man in Black, telling Teddy about how the God, it is just so hard to keep split between the Man in Black and William. Ed Harris gets captured basically by Teddy, and Ed Harris talks about how his wife killed herself, and the only thing he lives for and has lived for 30 years has been the stuff he does in this park. He's, successful on the outside, but somehow his wife knew who he was inside.
Yeah.
And when he says inside, he means both in himself and in the park, because being in the park allows your inside to come out, right?
Yep. And don't worry, Eric, in the second season, you do get to see his wife kill herself. So
yes.
Oh, good. Oh, God.
I know you were.
This is also where you find out his interaction with Maeve, and he recounts killing her and her daughter as like a test of how bad he could be.
Yeah.
I guess, which is weird.
Yeah, it's like,
robots.
Hey, how evil can I fucking get?
Like I can get on GTA and mow down children, and I don't feel like that makes me evil, but whatever.
Yeah. And then
They're not children who plead for their lives as I'm putting a gun to their heads. So
yeah, that's true. And then they both get captured by Wyatt.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum. So
at some point we just have to cut ahead, talk about the finale.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're ready.
I
think we pretty
that's
much got
about
there.
it. Yeah, that's into episode 9. So
the humans are hurtling toward the finale at the park, which is the big event Ford's going to
unveiling of the new.
The robots, specifically Dolores and Maeve, are
hurtling towards consciousness.
Yes.
And murder.
Yeah. And like kind of war. Maeve has woken up Hector and the snake lady.
Armistice.
Yeah. And it's when they get those automatic guns, it's so
fucking sick. It's one of those things like even if I hadn't had the context of the previous 9 hours of the TV show,
right,
I would be pumping my fist, just like the way it and like I don't think I
when Armistice shoots the gun and then she looks down at the gun.
And they're not talking. They're just like looking at each other and raising their eyebrow. Like I could get used to this. Lowering sunglasses.
Yes, I don't think I've made this clear enough on the recorded stuff that we've done, but
that you're an Armistice fan?
Everything that Maeve does and Maeve's escape and murder plot, everything she does makes me want to post the Jessica Walter from Arrested Development. Oh, good for her.
Yeah.
No, literally everything she does is beyond reproach.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
good
she is absolutely causing slaughter and murder and mayhem with so many people. On the other hand, look, good for her.
Yeah.
We're rooting for her.
Yeah. She's doing her best, and there are just beautiful scenes of them slaughtering their way through like this. We see them just fucking murk this tech that Shannon Woodward had shown a video to, had blackmailed earlier.
Yeah, the one that fucks the bots.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's hints of it here. It's more prevalent in the second, third season, but Maeve and Dolores are Dolores is chaotic good and Maeve is lawful good.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is that both of them are striving for some form of justice, but Dolores is very much individualistic and Maeve is always uplifting her community.
Yeah.
That's true.
And it's a lot of fun.
She's the hero we need, if not the hero we deserve.
Yeah. And I think even if you aren't going to watch the whole, 10-hour season audience, I am sure the Maeve or Hector and Maeve V Security clips have to be cut together on fucking YouTube.
Yeah.
Because
it's a good scene. Armistice gets her hand caught in a door and then basically gives you guys go on ahead without me.
Yeah. It's so
and then she doesn't let Hector on the elevator. And then you're like, oh, but he's your murder pet.
And
then he's like, oh, well, whatever. I'll just be knocked out and sent back into my loop anyway. So he just goes out to do his business.
Yeah. And then does Maeve escape? We'll have to wait for the second season to really find out.
She does have an opportunity. She's on the train ready to get out. And then she sees a mom and her kid, and she realizes her kid's still in the park somewhere, and she leaves. And was this a real thought, or was this a programmed thought to keep her there? Who knows?
Even though she knows intellectually it's not really her kid and it's just a fake emotion, it's still real to her.
There is no fake emotion, and that's like the core tenet of a lot of this cyberpunk shit we covered. Are implanted memories real if they inform your personality?
Yeah, that's kind of what makes us the most cyberpunk.
Yeah, really.
Okay.
It's a Total Recall situation.
Yeah. So, into the corporate plot. All of the bad guys, and by that I mean corporate people and humans, are in this exciting village with a white church, and they're going to have the unveiling of Ford's new program and his retirement. Man in Black is there because he's on the board.
And he's annoyed because he didn't find what he was looking for, so he's getting drunk.
Yeah, he is getting shit-faced, and he's also not dressed in a, fucking tails and tux like everybody else is. But, he's still an asshole. In the... okay, let's see. What was next, plot-wise? William's done. Let's see.
What are you looking forward?
Just sort of the separate plot lines we went through. We cleared out William and Logan. So Dolores and Teddy.
I'm starting to think maybe Josh switching up the format on the day he's on the painkillers.
Oh shit, dude! I fucking. Oh my god! Oh, dude.
Is it coming together?
Oh my god! Yes, that is. Oh, that's. Oh my god! I'm sorry.
I was thinking
I
was starting, and then I remembered the disclaimer we got.
I had totally forgotten about that. Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we do prescription.
Yeah, we
do.
We use prescription.
Prescription drugs.
We're cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
so
cool.
let's just say
we have back problems.
Shit goes down.
Yeah. Shit do go down.
I mean, you kind of see it coming too.
Yeah.
Ford's. He's got something planned. He's old. In TV shows, usually when someone old has a big hurrah planned, they're not going to walk away from it.
Yeah.
And and then Dolores is going through this whole thing, but you can tell she's still not completely have her own free will yet. They've also at this point revealed that she's slaughtered all the hosts in Pariah. Is that where that happened?
No, I can't remember the name. The White Church.
Oh, right. The other small town,
yeah.
the buried town. And Teddy assisted her because Teddy will do anything she fucking wants.
Pretty much,
He's a simp.
Yeah.
He is.
And this scene, I think, where Ford is about to instigate the bloodbath. To Josh's point about no more Radiohead, I think a good song that they should have used here, what I would love to hear on a player piano is the Bell and Sebastian song, Take the Carriage Clock and Shove It.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. I'm not familiar.
It's about a dude retiring from his job and just telling his boss to go to hell, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice. I would like to hear a lot of songs via that player piano filter because it's very cool what they do with some pop and rock music. But yeah, Dolores shoots Anthony Hopkins in the back of the head in front of the crowd, and then all the hosts start murdering all the humans.
Yeah,
including our boy Clifton Collins.
Yeah, it's the Man in Black has like stepped away from all the fancy speeches, fly-in and dinners and shit because he believes in this park because it's real, right?
Yeah, he thinks the host should be able to fight back. That's what he wants. He wants a true murder park, which is a ridiculous thing to want.
Yes. So he's stepped away and he's having a fucking drink by a wagon, and then he hears some noises out in the woods, and it turns out to be a horde of the hosts. And they are stepping out of the woods and they start fucking shooting. And he's like, holy shit, this thing shot me.
Yeah.
This is everything I've ever dreamed of.
You know what his scheme reminds me of? You ever like get in on a game that's in early access or whatever, and it's just way too hard because all of the feedback is coming from people who play it 24 hours a day. And so,
right.
And then so you go on Reddit and you're like, this one part is like super hard. How do you beat it? And then there's like 8 dudes who respond like, actually it's too easy.
Yeah. Get good, noob.
That's Man in Black is 100% on Reddit being like, actually Westworld's too easy. It needs to be.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's such a relatable way to put it, given some of the subreddits I'm on. But yeah, how does it actually end? They all get slaughtered.
There are a number of murkings. Maeve is maybe on.
We also learned that when Dolores killed that town, I mean, it was kind of similar to this because that's when not Bernard, but
Ford.
Bernard's
Arnold.
Ford. Arnold.
Yeah.
Basically killed himself.
Yes.
In a very similar way.
Yeah. Arnold had set her up to kill him. 30 years in the past of the present.
So she kills both her makers.
Yeah.
The dream. Killing God. Not killing parents. Be clear.
Okay.
Well,
happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Happy Mother's Day. Yeah. That's right. We are recording this on Mother's Day. Don't kill your parents, kill your gods.
Yes, absolutely. Something I totally forgot earlier while we were in the Man in Black plot. We see William get the knife and the revolver he uses through the whole fucking series as the Man in Black, and we see a picture blow out of William's pocket. And it's the picture that sent Abernathy over the edge and is apparently of William's fiancée, who will become his suicided wife.
Yeah.
Is that when you got it, Stan? Because that's when I got it.
I think so. I don't really remember.
Just admittedly pretty late to get it.
Look, this show, it was
sometime in the last episode, I think that I...
Yeah, like a lot of the time... I'm real good at picking out, that type of bullshit. And I would make fun of people a lot of the time, but there is so much bullshit going on in this show.
Yeah.
There are plenty of excuses to miss.
I think what it was for me was, it's not that I didn't pick up on the possibility. It's that the possibility was being discussed as episodes were coming out. And I was like conscious of it. And I was like, yeah, this works, or no, it kind of doesn't work, or... I was waffling back and forth until it's pretty much confirmed in that moment, I think.
To be fair, I picked up on the time jumps way earlier than that, but I didn't put. There's a lot of twists. Put it that way.
Yeah, there's a lot of scenes. I think that's one of the things about the second season, right? Is that there's a lot of scenes in the first season where you're not sure which timeline you're in, and you really have to kind of rack your brain scene to scene to figure out where you are.
There were scenes even on this watch, the second time I've seen the show, where Dolores would be on screen and she would be talking, and then I would have to consciously look, okay, is she wearing the shirt and pants, or is she wearing the dress? Because those are different timelines.
But even then, they'd fuck with that sometimes too. I feel like it wasn't reliable.
Second season, I think you spend a lot more of the show not knowing where the fuck you are in time.
Yeah,
great.
Which is certainly true.
I mean, it's frustrating. It ends up being rewarding, but it's frustrating on the first viewing.
Yeah.
Well, how do we wrap this up then?
I'll also just real quick, one more thing on second season. First season,
Okay.
You get this climax, bunch of people die, robots are going haywire, killing people.
Mm-hmm.
Second season, you get this one of the timelines is basically the aftermath of that, and it's Jurassic Park.
The next morning.
It's Jurassic Park. It's all of the people who were there, both guests and like shareholders, and any of the humans are just running pell-mell through Jurassic Park trying to get to a fucking boat, and the hosts are just hunting them down and killing them, and it's fucking great.
Awesome.
Yeah, my mental image of kind of the second season of the show, other than the cool Ghost Nation episode, is a fucking beach and people waking up on the beach and like covered in blood.
Yeah.
Because people are trying to get to boats.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
I missed a pretty good line talking about Maeve and the heist team slaughtering everybody when they walk through the Samurai World sub basement. Hector says, like, they're killing these guards who are chasing them because now they have machine guns. What to do? And they're killing these fucking guards. And Hector says, "You said these people were gods. The gods are pussies."
Yeah. Armistice says something like that later too. It's funny.
Yeah, it's great.
So in short, Westworld season 1, absolute fucking madness.
Only slightly less coherent than our recap of it.
Yeah. Apologies for my back pain, folks. I think that I don't have great memories of it, but I think that might have fucked us in the past 2 hours.
Yeah. Well, I think if you've also seen it, you might have enjoyed listening to us talk about it. If you haven't seen it, you probably aren't listening to this part of the episode.
Yeah, you probably
Good point.
found out a while ago.
A long time ago.
Let's rate this thing while we're here. Let's jump into that.
Good.
As a reminder to Stan, we have 5 categories on which we rate things on High Tech Low Life program, 4 of which are a 1 to 10 scale, 1 of which is a 1 to 5 scale.
I remember it well.
The first, I'm sure you do. The first of the 1 to 10 is story, plot, how it was expressed. And I think, we're only going by season 1 for this, so don't be tainted by future seasons. I think it was pretty phenomenal. Like story wise, it's hard to beat, and the way it was, everything was revealed, and twists were hinted at, and then later paid off. I think it was. I think I'd have to say 9 probably.
Oh yeah, I was thinking it was a 1 to 5.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it.
You've only done 127 of these. Josh.
Sorry, I'm on fucking pills and booze. Shut up.
What a cool guy.
I got good friends. I got a bottle of pills, and I got some booze.
I want to go to a violent theme park with you, Josh.
Yeah, it'd be a good time. It really would.
Honestly, I would do well at a violent theme park with my knowledge of narratives and stuff. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and give this an 8.5 because I do think it got a little too complicated for its own good towards the end in terms of timeline switching back and forth. But
true, maybe I was a little generous.
It is like, it's fucking cool, man. What do you want from me?
I always attribute the confusion to my own dumb brain, not to bad storytelling. So
yeah, sorry.
What do you think, Stan?
Man, I hate to be this guy, but I'm going to say 10.
I think that's fine.
You said at the beginning that you would not only suck the dick of the creator, but anyone who's sucked to the creator's dick. So
and
I would,
and that you would do it in thick milk.
Yeah. And to reiterate, real offer.
Okay, make it very clear. And one of his.
Be sure you give the show's email address so that.
Yeah, it's hightechlowlifepodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Suck Jonathan Nolan's dick. Get at us. And you want a free beach? You might have to find your way to Memphis somehow, but
we'll sort it out. They'll link you up with me. All right.
Influence. This is interesting.
Oh yeah. This is its impact on other things.
Yeah.
Right. How influential to media was Westworld, and it's not that old, so it's kind of hard to. This is more for our older properties.
I want to talk first on this.
Okay.
I think, like I said in our first episode about this, that this is in a really interesting place in influential because, like I said, it's kind of at the end of an era of crazy expensive prestige TV.
Yeah.
You're right. Yes.
And I think the first season of the show got pretty good ratings. The second season got less good ratings. The third season got not very great ratings. So I think this show is kind of influential in that it taught HBO and some of the other prestige, programmers, no, audiences won't just go along with whatever. There's enough options in terms of big, fancy TV shows that, the world isn't hanging on Westworld's ear like it was with Sopranos or something.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I think this has gotten a lot of good people, good work. I'm going to go with I don't know.
I do think that's a shame, though, because I think if it hadn't been for the diversity of options, which is a good thing, I think more people would have given the later seasons the time it needed.
Yeah, absolutely.
And would have been rewarded by it, but
I think I am going to give this both positively and negatively a 7 in influence.
Okay. I don't really have much knowledge. I think you make a great argument, and I like where your head's at. So I'm just going to agree with you and say 7 because I don't have anything to refute.
Yeah, I think its nature as this is really a show that is influenced by things more than it makes a lot of references.
It is the product. Yeah, it is the product of influence.
It's the deconstruction of the Western and the So yeah, I'm going to say 7, just kind of neutral. I think most of its impact has been, like Josh says, behind the scenes.
I win.
You do. Prescience. So the Westworld, the world that exists, the dystopia that exists. We don't know if it's a dystopia yet. I haven't seen much of the outside world. How does it relate to the way our world seems to be headed? And I think, given the AI psychosis, that's pretty huge.
And the Richard Dawkins Man in Black.
The Richard Dawkins Man in Black situation. Maybe if we'd done this a month ago, we would lose a rating.
It might have gone down a bit. I think that, I think the prescience is annoyingly high.
I do too. I think we're definitely getting this situation, whether it's in virtual reality or,
robot theme park,
or even just like a video game. This is so it's kind of taking from the present. We definitely going to have fuckable robots. We know that's coming soon.
Instantly, you got, as soon as you got chatbots, you got people trying to fuck them.
And you got people trying to find consciousness within them where it clearly doesn't exist yet.
That fucking idiot Google engineer.
And
what was that, 8 years ago? Where he's I think it's conscious because it said, I'm conscious at me.
You also have your Sam Altman figures who are both afraid of what they're going to be and racing toward the pushing them into the most horrifying version of themselves.
Jerk-offs.
Last week's Behind the Bastards, this was brought up in the Discord. I wanted to mention it, was about AI and this type of stuff. And I forgot what I was going to say about it. God damn it. I had a point.
I thought either I'd slipped into a coma or I had lost the connection.
No, I think your pills have made their way through the internet tubes.
Okay. Good times.
The point is that as I was listening to that, I was thinking about Westworld a lot, because there's a world where people are unable. Oh, I remember what my point was going to be, because it started way back when chatbots were invented in the 60s and 70s. And even back then, people were insisting that they were sentient because it's really easy to fool a human into thinking something's a thinking object.
Because they asked the chatbot, do you think I'm cool? And the chatbot said, yes.
You're very cool. Also, I'm alive.
Say I am alive. I am alive. Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
At any rate, I'm going to hit this with a 7 on prescience.
I think that might be underselling it. all your reasoning is correct. I want to go 7.5 just because, boy, just think of all those fucking, like, all those jerk off fucking tech guys. You know, Elon would be paying people to cheat with him at Westworld.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. My counterpoint to that, though, would be Westworld as a theme park would never exist because that would bring joy to people, and tech is incapable of bringing joy.
Good point. Okay. I changed my vote. 7.
And I will take the 7.5 slot. But I agree. It's I think future I think season 3 specifically has some pretty prescient elements, but just going off season 1, I think 7.5.
Our last 1 to 10 category is style. Westworld is mostly a Western, and it definitely nails that. In the modern scenes, they don't get too crazy with it.
Yeah. I do love the little subtle when you see a guest who like is just in anachronistic like spaghetti Western Western wear. like
I mean, you gotta give it credit for
like
the Western
Marty
stuff.
McFly in Back to the Future 3.
Exactly.
Right. I think I'll hit it with what do you guys think?
For style, man, I'm gonna go 9 on style. I fucking love it.
Look, it's I can't go less than 8.9 for that fucking snake tattoo and the leather
8.9?
pants and shit. Wait, 8.5. Sorry.
Okay.
I said okay.
I think I'm gonna go 8. I just don't think it was bringing anything new. I think what it did was well, but it didn't it didn't really bring anything new to the table. Our last category, 1 to 5 scale of, we call it hand raisers because we're cyberpunk. How much do you like this program?
Again, perfect 5. Sorry to skew your averages, but
no, we want
an
honest accounting.
Don't fucking call me.
We've disagreed pretty
to give Westworld a bad grade because I won't do it.
I won't. I wouldn't dream of it.
All right.
We've had some spreads on here.
Yeah.
Like in the past. Don't worry. So I'm giving it a fucking 1. No.
Oh, fuck.
I think I'm going to actually give it a 4.
Hell yeah.
And I am going to split the goddamn difference at 4 or 5.
Hell yeah.
That's the only reason I gave it a 4 instead of a 5, because this is, to be clear, up my alley. Just some of the holes and the suspension of disbelief I had to do at times was a little hard for me to handle.
Yeah, I think that's very fair. You're not like wildly out of the range of reasonable experiences with this.
Yeah,
Eric, if your partner doesn't loses interest in season 2, holler at me and I'll watch it with you because it's a good time.
Oh shit, we gonna do gang watches on the fucking Discord? All right.
Also, I do have one more latter-day recommendo that's related to Westworld in a way. There's a poem by Algernon Charles Swinburne called Dolores that might be. I mean, it's hard to say if it's the inspiration for the characters.
For the character,
but it is absolutely the inspiration for the D&D setting Planescape.
Oh, wow. Right. That's not what I expected you to say.
Okay, so again, another reason that Stan is fucking way into this.
Yeah. So yeah, it's Dolores, and he refers to her as the Lady of Pain, and it's
the way that I want you to do.
A really beautiful poem. I recommend it. It's great.
All right. I do love Planescape. All right, I think we can call this done.
I think we can. I think we
did. Proud of us.
I could be wrong, but I think we did.
We'll see if Josh remembers it tomorrow.
Possibly we're halfway into the first episode we covered today. I don't know. The important thing is I have the IMDb quotes page up.
Oh yeah, you gotta drop one of those on us. One quick note we forgot to mention in the actual episode. Next week we will be covering iRobot, the Will Smith vehicle, in which I'm assuming he punches robots in the face and quips at them. I hope so anyway. I haven't seen it. I don't know. That's next week. So let's do plugs first though. Just because that's tradition. So Stan, I know you don't need to plug your thing, but
no, we're taking the world by storm, man. I don't need that high-tech low-life bump. I'm doing you guys a favor. What do you? No, it's Astronomica. Stars Without Number role-playing actual play podcast. Big events currently going on, and I think now's not a bad time to jump on the show. If you are intimidated by a large episode count, I think you can probably go back 2 or 3 episodes to where this specific plot line started, and it's a pretty good hopping on point.
Find us at hightechlowlifepodcast@gmail.com. That's where you send BJ requests. For Stan, not for us. We're not blowing anybody.
Oh,
and not requests.
Not
requests. This is if you qualify or not, and if you qualify, it's a legitimate demand. Just
it is something you are owed.
What about requesting BJs for us?
Well, that's y'all's business.
I mean, that's.
Don't send me any requests from people who don't qualify for the condition. I've laid out the conditions.
No. Yeah, the conditions.
Terms and conditions are clear,
and we're going to need some proof. I'm sorry, guys.
Also, there's this 90-page liability waiver that you have to sign. Don't worry, it doesn't have anything to do with Stan. It is exclusively related to the thick bill.
And patreon.com/hightechlowlife and Blue Sky and all the other stuff. So we got to go. Josh, lay a quote on us.
They say that great beasts once roamed this world, as big as mountains. Yet all that's left of them is bone and amber. Time undoes even the mightiest of creatures. Just look at what it's done to you. One day you will perish. You'll lie with the rest of your kind in the dirt, your dreams forgotten, your horrors effaced. Your bones will turn to sand, and upon that sand a new god will walk. One that will never die, because this world doesn't belong to you or the people who came before. It belongs to someone who has yet to come. Bye!
Bye.
ChatGPT 7.0.
This has been the High Tech Low Life podcast. Find us on Blue Sky at High Tech Low Life. Email us at hightechlowlifepodcast@gmail.com and find us on Patreon at patreon.com/hightechlowlife. Theme music by Nihilor at nihilor.com. Thank you for listening.
Keep it moving. Come on, what are you waiting on? Let's go. They're trashing our rights, man. They're trashing the fluid data. They're trashing. Everybody, hype the planet. Shut up and get in the car.